All right. Yeah, as Captain America said, and when he getting on the elevator. Before we get started, does anyone want to get out? Anyway, all right. We're here. Who's here? Michael, appreciate you. And my shadow ban on my Prince Johnny account. I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. I see your comments, so I don't know. I have to go back and check. I don't think so. Not on my account, but I'll go back and check. Tampa Supreme, exclamatic. Daryl, what's going on? I don't know enough about the crime shooting in Buffalo to even comment on it. It just happened, so I just heard what everybody else has heard, so I'm not gonna even comment on it. I don't know who it is, what happened, or what. So gotta wait a day or two. Taylor, John, what's up? Urban Nomad, what's going on? Yeah, yep. Yeah, I haven't seen the ATL episode yet. I gotta watch it. Dar, what's up? Lavis, what's going on, sir? No 8 hour stream. 2 hours and then give sway to other people because there's a lot of streams going on. Um, I'll be on later, probably on Art of It More, uh, Art of It More Enraged. So I'll be on there later. So I'm not going to do an 8 hour stream, okay? Because I'm pretty much streamed out. I'm just doing this 2 hours because I haven't done one in a while. That's because I've done in the last this week. I've done about 20 hours worth of 20 hours worth of panels, 20 hours worth of streaming. So I'm kind of burnt. What's up, AL? Yoga, what's up? Hammer, what's going on? Cool Gamer, ain't seen you in a minute. Mr. Cloakley, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute. Dead set, my black pill brother, what's happening? How's your, or I will find out how your case is going. I haven't heard. Aria, Fitness Mom, what's going on? Dark Disciple, Art Newstall, what's up? Smooth, hey Smooth, what up, man? How things going? Michael Turner, what's up? Oh, some 18-year-old white boy who is obsessed with Dylan Roof did it. Okay, I'm not shocked. Going to be there's, there- there's going to be a rise in violence, racist violence, right after COVID because people are stressed. You're going to have money stresses and stuff like that, and whatever's in their head's going to come out. Um, there's a whole lot to it, and white folks are slowly but surely losing power, and they're not going to take it very well. So you guys kind of stay out of their way. Hey, Green, what's up? Oh, in Vegas. Okay. It's hot as hell in Vegas. Deep Varmer, what's up, man? Will Roe v. Wade be overturned? I do believe it's already overturned, Deep Varmer. I do, it's already overturned. Everybody's already on board, man. All this virtue signaling about fighting the old Roe v. Wade is bullshit. And I'm sure Washington, D.C. is plenty ready to kick it back to the states. Let them fight it out. Robert Mustafa, what's up? Free Will, what's up? Hey, GG, what's up, man? DJ Naff, what's up? JB. Oh, well, you probably smarter. Dead set. You probably smarter than most of your attorneys anyway. Um, yeah, still trying to get you set up with Dr. J. I think he really needs to interview you, man. Express Beats, what's up? We're waiting on all the PhD straight. You know what? I wish I could, man. I don't have any control over that. That is their spiel, man. They have to do that because they're all colleagues, and and we have to wait for the manosphere to kind of settle down a little bit before we can bring Dr. Curry back and see what we have. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mike? They live. Aquatechie, what up? Larry Legend, what's up? Well, so if you say Larry Legend, are you from Boston? Okay, yeah, okay, okay. You can email me anytime. Okay, I'll let him know. Yeah, because I think you would be a good interview for him because but what he talks about, what's going on with you is what he talks about all the time. AB, what's up? Anyhow, yeah, final watch it go Celtics. Oh yeah, thumbs up. Okay, Larry Legend. So what do you guys think about? Because I watched a little bit of Winning Time. What do you guys think about Winning Time? You Boston Celtics fans. I don't know if you guys were alive during the Showtime '80s. They didn't run him out of the country, but they kind of encouraged him to seek greener pastures. And I think for Dr. Curry, it's probably a better move. So basically, they kicked him upstairs, and really, it doesn't really make it. With the internet, it really doesn't make any difference because it doesn't matter where you teach or where you are, with especially with the internet, you're gonna still have the same reach. You should. You know what, Final Watcher? You have to take Winning Time with a grain of salt because they're not really focused on basketball per se. It's like the behind the scenes look. Um, and do they take artistic license with a lot of the characters? They do. There's a lot of characters that don't like it, but thing is, it's still interesting to watch. Even if you don't know anything about the Lakers, it's still interesting to watch. And sometimes I have to look up stuff like, huh, did that really happen? I said I don't remember it that way because it was so long ago. And I looked up some things, and they did change. It changed a lot of stuff, but it's still entertaining. It's actually a very entertaining show because it reminds me more of The Big Short because they do it the same way. So even if we think they screwed up some facts, it's still entertaining. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's entertaining. Yeah, you know what? If they really wanted to for it to really be interesting, they would tell all the stories. Okay, because that was a wild bunch, man. And if they told everything that went on behind the scenes, man, they probably get sued. They will probably get sued because a whole bunch of stuff that went on behind the scenes that's probably far more entertaining than what they're putting on screen. They're kind of even though it might be a little over the top, the thing is they're kind of tamping the stuff down because what them players did behind the scenes in their personal life, ooh, my goodness. My goodness. What do you think of the show Atlanta? I've only seen a couple of episodes when it first came out, and it's okay. It's okay. I know there's fans of it, but as far as I'm concerned, it's okay. It's nothing. It wasn't anything spectacular about it. Maybe I didn't give it a big enough chance, but I have to. Somebody asked me to do. They actually gave Dr. Thunder a big um, donation, a big large super chat, and they wanted me to review um, the latest episode of Atlanta. So I'll do that, and I might even get into it. Might even get into it. Start with from season one and just start reviewing each episode and give it a shot. Norm was a trip, man. Norm was a trip, but I've heard rumors about Norm, and I heard rumors why Norm got traded. Uh, so, man, Spencer Haywood, Norm Nixon, all the whole crew, Magic when he first got here, Dr. Bust and his escapades, man. Um, Jeannie Bust and her escapades. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff, man. That's kind of got they didn't even touch. They touched on some stuff, but there's a whole lot of stuff they could have touched. But they said we ain't want to go there because most people wouldn't even believe it. Yeah, yeah. Norm Son does play him. Ian, what's up, man? All right, this is AMA. So go ahead and shoot. What you guys want to ask? Oh, there's one scene I liked in the first episode of Winning Time. Is when Jerry Buss, the guy that plays Jerry Buss, after he finished the deal, walked out in the middle of the forum floor on the basketball court and lit up a cigarette and said, "I own the place." I said that was priceless because that's exactly what he said. So I remember that when they first interviewed him about buying the Lakers. Craig, what's up, man? I like, Craig. Your gameplay is okay, man, but your political analysis is priceless, man. But Craig, did you ever speak on or review what's going on with the Halo series, the TV series? You ever speak on it? I've been doing good, Dar Dar. Busy, but I've been doing good. Trying to keep the boat afloat. Yeah. Well, I don't think they've gone into it yet because it's still early on. They did hint at it, but it's still early in the process. So they're still dealing with the first season. What's up, Jedi? Oh, you still watching? Okay. I haven't watched the the eighth episode of Halo, but that Korean chick, man, you know how many times I wanted to shoot her? I said, why does this character exist? If I had a good, how come somebody just don't shoot her and put her out of her misery? I mean, I know Korean chicks are irritating in real life, man, but gosh, man, for a Korean chick, she's doubly irritating. No respect, man. And somebody should backhand her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a pretty good scene. What's up, Doc? Dr. Thunder did actually a pretty good interview with Roller Tomasi. Pretty good interview with Roller Tomasi. Um, especially when they're talking about music. I think Roller would Roller could have you and Roller probably could have spent the whole 2 hours talking about music and never even touched the manosphere stuff. I think Roller would have been doubly excited for you to talk about music rather than the manosphere. Maybe you ought to do that, Doc, one day instead of just talking about manosphere. Just you and him talk about music. What's up, Micah? Archer J. Do you think do you think of the difference between basic human respect and respect that comes from admiring somebody's accomplishments or ability? Yeah, there's a big difference. Okay, there's a big difference. There should be a basic amount of human respect because you're human, because your accomplishments are really dependent on the whole group and how you fare in the group and meet the needs of that group. And it could be you, it could be anybody, right? But thing is, at the base, without the regular people, there would be nobody elevate you. So there should be for the society to exist, there has to be a base level of respect for each human. I haven't seen. Is it? I think they have one more episode to go. Is it 8 or 9 episodes? Yeah, she got her aunt killed. Quran got a whole lot of people killed. SW and people like him conflate is to when they talk about black men asking for basic human respect. That is true. That is true. The thing is, SF he needs to go travel, man, and get out of his bubble. Jeff R, what's up? I've heard about the Buffalo shooting, but I haven't. I don't know enough about it because I think it just happened, so I don't know enough about it. I said, "Be just there was a saying that you said a month ago. Can you repeat it for me? I wanted to write it down. I don't. I can't. Man, I say so much stuff, man. I can't even remember. I can't even remember. You have to give me a hint. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's interesting because I think he probably wanted to talk to you more, but Dr. Thunny probably wanted to talk to you more about music than about the manosphere stuff because music is his passion, and he doesn't get to do it, get to talk music probably enough, and to get two professional musicians, man, getting together talking, shop. That's probably got his juices up. We actually asked him about his guitar and bass and stuff like that. Is it just 8? I thought it was gonna be 9, but okay. I said that's why America's on the verge of a societal collapse. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Alan. Yeah, Alan, what's up, man? You should holler at Dr. Thunder. And Dr. Thunder's legit, man. He's legit. I still think he's closer to Pharaoh Sanders for my taste. But although he was doing a pretty good Hubert Laws imitation when I was listening to him. Oh, okay. I was saying that. I was saying, okay. That's saying. I said a man with a gun can only do so much damage, right? Uh, but a woman could do far more damage with her womb than a man can do with a weapon, right? A man can only affect himself and maybe a few people. A woman can affect at least 3 generations with her womb by misusing it because it affects not only her, it affects her kids, it affects her grandkids, it could affect her great grandkids. And Yana Van Zandt has proved that over and over again. A woman can do far more damage with her womb than a man can with a gun. Yep, Pharaoh Sanders. Yeah, because Pharaoh Sanders, man, he paints with his saxophone, okay, and Pharaoh Sanders can give you those odd tones that don't, at first you say they don't quite fit, but the thing is they're right in sync with the music. And Dr. Thunder kind of reminds me of Pharaoh Sanders a little bit. Um, Pharaoh Sanders always stretched the bounds of what the horn could do, right? And Dr. Thunder kind of does that. Um, some people are really highly technical and play precisely, but Dr. Thunder, he's so good he goes right on the edge, right on the edge of being into distortion, but he'll bring it back, and that's an expert. And that's what Pharaoh Sanders was when I listened to him. Oh, you John Coltrane. America doesn't just do that. Everybody does that, and there is no a perfectly unified country. Okay, any country, any state is modern state is a amalgamation of a whole bunch of people. Even the Russians, man. Russians got how many different ethnic groups inside Russia, and this is for years. Okay, the Roman Empire that stood for what 500-600 years. How many different groups did they have? We ain't even counting the European groups, but also the other Mediterranean groups from Africa. We're all inside basically the state of the empire of Russia, not Russia, but of Rome. So that is Egypt had how many? 9 different groups. So that's not. Uh, there's always different groups. There is no homogeneous states. And see, yeah. Pharaoh Sanders and Astro Jazz. I got to find a recording of Pharaoh Sanders playing at at the cathedral in San Francisco. Man, like for like an hour, just gorgeous music, man. Just him and the him playing with the reverberations, the echoes inside the cathedral. So, BGS, do you think black women generally have hated black men, especially after how they reacted to Kevin Samuels and Kobe Bryant's death? There's always, I think, is a low key hatred and contempt, because I don't because white men took their choice away from them. They couldn't mix in with anybody else, so basically their choices were restrained. So they do have a low level hatred and contempt. I think because they think that they're stuck with us, and a lot of times they think if they could get rid of us, then other groups of women will want them. Taylor Jace, Sonia Curry, contemplation of aborting Stephen Curry per her book. Yeah, every woman, every young woman kind of wrestles with that. So I'm not surprised. But her faith wouldn't have let her do it, even though she wanted to, because she was young. She was really. I mean, you damn near 10. You're young. You're bad, and and you get pregnant. So yeah, it kind of limits your options. So I feel what she's saying. Mace Windu versus Zorro. Uh, no contest, sir. Mace Windu all day long. Yeah, Lee Morgan killed by a black woman. Yeah, that's not unusual. There's a whole lot of uh, black men that were famous got knocked off by their spouse. I still like the one Love Will Find a Way. He did. Uh, it's still one of my favorite. Black women don't hate black. It's King Lexicon. It's subtle. You have to understand it, but it does come out, and every black man that I know has felt it. Is it overbearing hate? No, it's not obvious. It's not explicit, but you can feel it. You can feel it, and you get glimpses of it. Partially they do hate us because they hate themselves. Yeah. No, they really didn't because every woman wants to have a shot at the man in power, and we're not. Should the Lakers trade LeBron? If they can't, well, he's what 30. He's gonna be 38. He's been in the league 20 years, and if he doesn't, if they can get something for him, they should trade him. But the thing is that at this point, um, I think he probably should stay. I think they kind of mishandled the opportunity. You ever think of doing a video about how Joe Biden is more conservative than liberal, as people label him? I said that way before he was actually um, elected, and actually played him actually uh, arguing for the crime bill when President Poppy Bush was actually in office. So it's out there, and I've said it. I've never produced a video explicitly about him being more conservative, but uh, but I have talked about it. Top 3 franchises of all time would have to be. Oof, that's tough. The third one's tough. The obvious is Lakers and the Celtics, and then third might be Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, maybe, and then right after them would be the Spurs. I think Spurs and the Chicago Bulls are right around, um, probably right around the same uh, 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 franchises as far as being having success. That's what I would say. This would be my top three. I haven't seen the last episode of Halo because I've been, you know, doing this Sergeant Willie P shit, so I haven't had a chance to look at it. I'm not surprised that they went into Black Hood and shot it up. I'm not surprised. And Buffalo too, which is basically a small town. Can Poole become better than Steph? I don't think so. But you never know, man. You don't know what anybody's ceiling is. I don't think so. Steph was Steph when Steph was in high school. I saw Steph do stuff in at Davidson, man, that was a pro. So Steph is Steph. Steph is already a Hall of Famer. So trying to say can he become better than Steph? That's a tall order. Why do I say that? I never said that. I never said Kim Olajuwon was never a great center. I didn't. That wasn't me. Is he the greatest center? No. Is he a great center? Yeah. It'd be, he led the Houston to do championships. So yeah, the dream. And well, you could go either way. Go either way. They can't. Well, basically because their culture's hardened, so they can't. They can't change it. Trust me, they would love to change it. They can't. We'll see, man. We'll see. It should, but I think the biggest thing to believe all women is when men stop trusting them and stop letting them get away with shit. And that's when it starts hitting them in the pocket. Everybody keep asking me, yeah, I've heard about it. I just haven't, you know, I haven't talked about it because I don't know enough about it. How does Putin not lose the war in the Ukraine? Okay. Um, who said he was losing? And we don't know what his objective is. That's the thing. Everybody keeps saying we know what his objective. We don't know. You can't listen to Western propaganda because we have no idea. And the Russians are pretty. Only the Chinese are more opaque than the Russians are. Ooh, man. Um, I the thing is trying to find a right coach. First, you got to send all those. You got the players, okay. You got to find the right coach, and then you got to go in. You got to bring all those goddamn players in and sit them down. If you guys don't get this shit together, I might as well trade you. In other words, if you can't get it together, I might as well blow it up and start again because you don't want to be sitting in almost camp all the time. You need to get in a former point guard to actually run the team, okay, and then go from there. Because the thing is, one, they don't like to play defense, and two, everybody wants to go one on one. So you got to change that. So that starts with the coach, and then that starts with the owner. If they don't want to toe the line, get rid of them. No, I wouldn't put Tim Duncan ahead of Kobe. I wouldn't. Not even close. No, no, it wouldn't. They could flatten Ukraine. The thing is that one, they don't want to spend the money. Two, they don't want the blowback for killing too many civilians. So it's just a matter of time. I said I thought Zelensky would leave, and they would just be a simple change of government that would have actually been better for the Ukraine. But Zelensky wants to fight. So I say 6 weeks if Zelensky doesn't capitulates. If he doesn't capitulate, it'll be 6 months. So we're about halfway there. So I think it should end between 6 and 7 months. I could be wrong. Things could always go left, as they do in war. But that's my estimation. Well, it depends. I think Kobe's better. I don't think so. There's no reason for them to invade Taiwan, and if they did invade Taiwan, that would trigger a whole bunch of stuff, man. Nobody wants to see that. I don't think the Chinese want to see that either. Chinese are about doing business right now. Yeah. Well, we have a mass shooting that happens. Um, Look what happened in Las Vegas. What happened in Colorado a couple times. It can happen. I think James Harden's just waiting to retire. It's called he is better in my opinion. Well, regardless, man, are you willing to sacrifice a few 100,000 people because you don't want to be remembered as a coward for nothing? And basically, if the longer you keep this up, um, the harder it is to actually rebuild the Ukraine. Russia could flatten you, actually literally flatten Ukraine in 3 months if they were willing to kill a whole bunch of people. They're not, and they really don't want to wreck it because part of the cost of rebuilding it is going to be on them. So they try to maintain as many people, as much infrastructure as possible. Because what the Ukrainian army is doing is they're retreating into the populated centers. That's what makes it tough. If they're out in the open, it'd have been over already. Well, most of the time, most of these teams don't want they want to play offense. They don't want to play defense. What is something that you think all black men should do daily? That's a good question. That is a good question. Well, number one, I think they should read daily. Um, Probably what they should do is make a plan daily, and keep track of it. Um, I mean, there's a lot of little daily habits. Uh, Doing things like keeping track of your spending. There's a lot of little things. I mean, there could be like 10 or 15 things that black men should do daily. But one, reading, watching your money, watching your health, exercising, all that stuff could be done daily to make your life better. Well, the puppet came off the strings a little bit. Well, yeah, yeah, well, you get, yeah, you get buried in the desert, but that's it. Yeah, yeah, writing a journal, yeah, is good. But we're talking about just basic stuff. I talked about. I mean, I talked about Roe versus Wade maybe 5 years ago. Okay, my personal feelings about it. I don't really have any personal feelings about it one way or the other, but I know why they're doing it. They're not. Basically, you have to keep your population stable, and women, especially white women, are not having enough babies. I think that I was going to do a video about that. Even your Supreme Court justice kind of came out and said it in his opinion a little bit. They're not having enough babies. So the only way to actually make women have enough babies is to cut out abortion. I think it's 30 to 40% of your pregnancies are terminated by abortion. If you actually cut that down by 20%, you get a increase in babies, increase in baby production. Texas, when they Texas actually, I think late 2020, their anti-abortion law went into effect. It was actually enforced in 2021. 2021 was the best uh, record-breaking year for having babies being born in Texas. So it does work. That's probably why they did it. They were probably waiting on to see what happened with Texas. The East is going to win. It's not even close. Basically, the West is on a downhill slide. There's nothing they can do about that. Well, yeah, they're going to be. Well, basically, it's going to be both. You're going to become people of color. Even the white people are going to get absorbed eventually. No, no. It more is about getting black men to de-evolve and live their best lives. You're not going to get rid of the white supremacy or the black matriarchy. That's not going to happen. You can't. That's not in your purview to get rid of that. The thing is, what can you do for yourself? That's what Idmore is about. Yeah, possibly. But yeah, that's true. The thing is, you could go either way about Duncan and Kobe. Uh, Possibly. I don't think so. I don't think they would impeach him. You know why? Because he's basically doing their work for him. Okay. Biden is whatever he's trying to do, man. It's not rocking with the American people, and he's basically handing the he's basically handed Congress over to the Republicans. And if he continues doing what he's doing, he's going to hand over the White House to the Republicans. Why would you want him to leave? Why would you even bother trying to impeach him? Because you you might get somebody better. Yeah, you should. You should see where you never can tell. Never know. It doesn't even matter, man. If you eliminate 40% of your board, well, basically we don't know how many Plan Bs people take. But thing we talk about surgical abortions, 40% of their registered pregnancies are actually terminated. Okay, um, terminated by abortion. You can cut that down. You're gonna have a bump in births. That's why they're doing it. It's gonna come out of your pocket, boss. Unless you want the society to collapse. That's the other thing. It's gonna come out of your pocket either way. You don't produce kids, your society will start to collapse. And if you're old enough and you're trying to retire, guess what's gonna happen to you? Black male self-improvement. That's really what it's about. Basically, the IPMOR is actually an extension, of offshoot of the MGTOW community. And but the thing is, when we got here, we found out, okay, IPMOR has to be more than that, more than just what a MGTOW is. So, SYSBM, there's a whole bunch of other elements that actually are inside IPMOR now. It's evolved from where it was. So even though it used to be IPMOR used to be like black MGTOWs, they're not anymore. There's something they've kind of evolved into something different. Um, you have a baby factory. One man is not an island, sir. Basically, man, you can, Craig probably can tell you better than I can, but unless things get better, man, you head into a freaking recession and stagflation, and with not recession, but a recession, stagflation, and inflated cost of goods, man. That's a disaster. Plus a bunch of homeless people, and you think the Democrats are going to win? Okay, uh, you know. Uh, but if you're right, man, I'm gonna fly you out to Vegas. We're going to gamble, man, because you know something. Well, yeah, well, talent, the talent comes from all over. Elijah Wan uh is not uh is not American. There's a whole bunch of non-Americans. No Henry Plan B. Well, Plan B is going to be a tougher sell. No, not really. They're trying to prevent the West from building a naval base there. So it's It's like a, preemptive measure. Yes. No, 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 no. Crime is going to increase not because you have more babies. Crime is going to increase because you're going to have a lot of homeless people. Uh, they're out on the street, or a lot of people that can't eat. That's what's going to happen. I mean, it's pretty simple, man. I don't know why people make as much out of them repealing Roe v. Wade as it is. It's pretty obvious, man. Basically, especially white births have been below replacement for 50 years. They really can't keep doing that. So they have to do something. Yeah, well, yeah, Australia's been part of Anglosphere, man. What are you talking about? They're white people. Yeah, we have to wait and see with the shooting and see, get to when all the facts come out. I can't even begin to speak on it because I really don't know much about it. You pay for a lot of things, man. You pay for a lot of things. That's the agreement that you make when you sign up. You get a lot of things. But the thing is, you have to pay for a lot of things. Prom night dumpster babies. You guys are mean. This is going to be closer to what happened in the '70s. I think instead of gas lines, you're gonna have bread lines. The thing is, back in the '70s, America had far more resources. So we don't know how this stuff is going to turn out. It could be a light recession, or it could be the second coming of the Great Depression. We don't know, but it is that bad. And what they're doing overseas is going to enhance it. It's going to make it worse. If you're the thing is, it takes the scheme is three workers were supposed to support one retired worker. Okay, but now you're living longer. There's more people out there to support. There's less workers, and then when you lower interest rates, you can't make money on interest rates. So basically, if you don't have enough people at the bottom supporting your retirement, you're not going to get it. Your retirement is already in trouble, so it could get worse. Yeah, strap up, don't take no chances because if you get her pregnant, you're gonna pay, boss. They're gonna make sure you pay. I saw a post about a woman complaining about how they want more babies, but yet the women are going to have a problem because there's a shortage of baby formula. I thought in my head, like, what the fuck? They'll settle that, man. They're not gonna stand for that. They'll settle that. It won't take long to settle. So where we at? Okay. Uh, what's up, Denny? Denny? Uh, yeah, well, that's true. Any update on the Octane series? Still writing, still editing. Yeah, about halfway through it. No, you can't start a new ethnicity from scratch. You're going to be blended in with what's already there. I have seen one episode of Better Call Saul. Yeah, they need more white babies. Yep, that's true. We have a cop. Okay. When I get a chance, I'll read it. But thing is, I'm gonna wait till at least wait a day to let everything kind of uh get put out. Ever since Grandma ABA, I get more eyes from white women and less from black women. Black women are actually afraid. They're actually afraid of taking a guy with smarts because they're afraid that you're gonna leave them. Repopulate Japanese culture. At some point, it's too late. That's the thing about the Mouse Utopia. At some point, you can't recover. because the environment won't let you recover. So you might try whatever you try. It's still, basically you're still going to go downhill. So we'll see if what's his name in the Mouse Utopia actually what they actually came up with is actually accurate. But so far it's accurate. We'll have to see. He was Hispanic, claiming European, English with lineage, and play. Okay, yep. People going to basic go off. Yep, basic everyday stuff. Oh, yep, that's true. Yes, they do fear revenge. Okay, revenge from not only black people but everybody else. White people have screwed everybody. Okay, there's not one group of people on the planet that white people have not screwed, including themselves. That's why do you think the Russians don't trust them? Sky Daddy. And we're at the beginning of the age of the diesel. We're just getting started, man. And if these reports about inflation and homelessness are correct, it's going to get worse really fast. Yeah, they got to have money, man. The thing is, you can't fight wars and compete against China, all that kind of stuff, and take care of your population. You're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice. Bullshit. Bullshit. They're breaking the supply chain as we speak. Yeah, well, they're already broke, man. The thing is that they're going to lose the ability to pay it, to borrow. If you need some, they're still around. Can you get a wrench for your channel? Uh, what happened to your wrench, man? How come you don't sign in underneath your name? Because you already got a wrench. Yeah, well, yeah. This basically, well, the thing is, they probably will get better as well, the interest rates are going up, so but they might get a better upgrade since interest rates are actually going back up. We'll see. Yeah, we have to talk to Dr. Dunbar because he's from Buffalo. See what he says. We got a group from Buffalo. Um, probably if you tune into the conscious counselor, they actually are in Buffalo, so they might have something to say. I haven't watched anything, man. I got to catch up. I'm trying to I'm trying to get off of YouTube for a second just to watch other stuff, man. But so much is going on. Well, black men actually marry out more successfully than black women do. Agenda we'll have to work. Well, if we get to 2030 with the agenda, basically the agendas don't matter uh, if if plans don't stay consistent. The biggest thing you need to watch out is read the World Economic Forum. That's your blueprint. All the other agendas don't matter. Um, eventually, everybody will become people of color. I think by the turn of the next century, everybody will be people of color, but America will be far out of power by then, and China will have taken over. Let's see. Questions, questions, questions. Yep, we have 18 to 20% so far. That's what I'm looking at. Inflation. Yeah, well, they don't have enough time. 20 years is too long. They don't have enough time. That's not enough time. Basically, it's already too late. People think you have like an infinite amount of time, and you don't because you're in the middle of a change. Age of DC, you don't have to do it. Take it. Take a trip to Manhattan with all the massage parlors. I wish it was that. I wish it was that simple. It's not. Inflation was already happening way before the Fed started doing things. The Fed has to do it, man, because they have to defend the dollar. So they don't have a choice. They're between a rock and a hard place. I see. Will at the top of the hour, I will drop the link, and people can get on if they want to. I hope not. If one goes, they all go. So if I had to say, me personally, I don't think so. But you never know. People are stupid. Oh, there's always false articles. Basically, but do they spell it more right? Prep. That's all you can. Prep and pray is all you can do about a collapse because all bets are off. Prep and pray because you're gonna need preparation and a whole lot of luck. These are the last days. Uh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, silver is only good if there's something to buy with the silver, and it's only good in a country of this size if people stay calm and are orderly. What if they're not? And we've already seen just by COVID that if it goes, people are not going to be orderly. So I would say if you have money or you really want to survive the any kind of crisis, don't be here. What's up, Dallas? If RG3 want to get paid, he better. No, I don't have any rents in me right now. So the thing about a rent, it's organic. uh, Script Kitty headquarters. He ain't shit. Uh, Klaus Schwab, yeah. That's the plan. That is the overall plan. Thoughts on hell? We got to get to it first, man. Automation, you got to, they were saying 2025 to 2030. Got to get to it first. If things fall apart, you might not get to it. You can use M2. Um, you can use M2, but use consumer prices, man. You don't have to use M2 as far as inflation. I mean, just go to the store. I mean, it's obvious you're going to go to the store. Supply chain issues. You got a war. You got you got energy costs is way up. All you have to do is roll by a gas station and look at the price of diesel. There's your inflation right there. Your energy costs. Energy is energy society. Energy is built into everything. If those costs go up, everything else goes up. Diesel's up by 40%. So naturally, you're going to get 20 to 30% inflation. It's just obvious. Be frugal. Don't spend any unnecessary money. Stock up on supplies right now that you need, that you know that you buy every day that you need. Stock up on that shit because it's only going to go up at least until this crisis is over with. Man, you got um, the Ukraine thing, man. 30% of the wheat and grain products come out of the Ukraine. You got this uh, embargo on. So a lot of your metals and stuff like that. Even though Biden backed down on fertilizer, well, what if Russia doesn't want to sell it to you? Then you're fucked. So the thing is, it's gonna go up. It's already up. It's gonna go up further. I would say you're gonna get like 25% inflation just this year. So and you already knew that because Wall Street bought up like 1 in 7 houses. Basically, you already have a housing crunch. You're gonna have a homeless problem. So you might have issues, in the streets uh, this summer. You can rehab them, but the thing is, man, you know what, man? It takes money. It takes money and resources to rehab anything, man. And right now, you're running short on all of those stuff. Those things don't come out of the vapor. Okay, those things don't come out of the vapor. Yeah, it is right now. He should have done it back when he said to do it, when it was cheap. Can't do it now. Yeah. Well, the thing is that the dollar is in relation to in relationship to the dollar because the dollar is way up, right? Dollar is way up because it's a flight to safety. What's happening is the euro is actually getting pounded, and the euro is cheap, so it's easier to use the euro than Bitcoin. Not really. It's not like that. You missed the rants. Uh, I gotta have a reason to rant. I actually had a pretty good rant when I was doing the Sergeant Willie Pete stuff. So I thought those were pretty well done. I haven't seen Atlanta. I haven't seen it yet. I was supposed to see it last night, but I was doing stuff. Is BGS for women really coming back, or are you bullshitting? I've asked. I said I might bring it back. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But y'all hated that show when it was up. So I don't know why you guys keep asking for it. Open the can of oh, you want me to open the can of whoop ass? Nah, the world's probably not good. Well, not that I think of, unless somebody does something awfully stupid, and then the world will end. Okay, it will come to an end and really quickly, and you won't have time to react to it. Islam is already a mixed group, right? Islam is a religion, in a, so um, and it's a small group. So when we come people of color, they don't care. We don't know. You can't predict that. You can't predict breakups. There will be a group of content creators to take Kevin's place. Will they be as good as he is? Probably not. Kevin was talent, preparation, and a lot of luck that created the Kevin Samuels effect. Okay, took a lot of luck. It took a very special environment for Kevin to actually rise like that, and you probably won't be able to replicate that environment. They're gonna come. They'll blame boomers and cry. That's what's gonna happen. It depends on the car. Depends on the electric car. That is That's called global warming. There's nothing you can do about it. Got to there's ways you can actually kind of slow that down, but the thing is, United States is not interested in doing that kind of stuff. Yep, diesel up, freight rates are down. Yep. Well, the thing is, man, China's in lockdown. Okay, right now. When they open back up, guess what's going to happen to the price of diesel when they open back up? And they have to fill all those orders and all those ships start flowing. What's going to happen to the price of fuel? They're in lockdown and you still got high prices. What's going to happen when they open back up? Last time China locked down was a couple years ago. Um, Basically, oil was minus 37 at its peak, right? At its lowest. Okay. China's locked down for almost 2 months, and guess what? Oil dipped a little bit, but it's still consistent. What's going to happen when they open back up? Uh, Yes, it's all screwed up, man. Between COVID and what's going on now, it's just going to get worse. Hey, Sheila, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, millennials hate you, man, but when times get tough, they run to their parents. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I'll consider it. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. It was a natural evolution when I did it the first time. I'm not really feeling it, but I'll see. I got to edge into it slowly. What is your opinion on Russia attacking America or another country with nukes? It's not going to happen. Even in Ukraine, when Americans were there, as soon as Russia came across the border, all the Americans left. They don't want this to go off. The military generals are, they might be hawks, but they're not stupid. We'll see. We'll see, Kenshawn. We'll see. Uh, I'm looking at if the Fibonacci fall, the Fibonacci levels I got, I say the if the bottom is not right around 30, the bottom will be 20, according to my chart. I don't know. We have to see. You can't with this stuff. That's the kind of stuff you can't predict. Uh, extinct. ADOS is already studied around the world, and yeah, we're already in the history books because we will be studied for the next 500 years if we're around. It's probably go the other way. Probably going to be getting people together. I told Henry Russell on Clubhouse about three CO protease inhibitors. Interesting finds. I'll send it to my email. Okay. The thing is, Kenshawn, I'm going to tell you. Let's just talk turkey about this kind of bullshit, right? Nobody uses shit that doesn't work. Nobody uses shit that doesn't work. Okay, doctors, hospitals is not going to use a test that doesn't fucking work. If the test doesn't work, it's not accurate. They're not going to use it. They'll kill people. Shit has to work. Point blank. Period. No test that nobody's going to use a fucking test that does not work. If the test is not at least 80 to 90% accurate, they're not going to use it. Point blank. Period. You can have all the theory that you want, all the science that you think you have, but at the end of the day, if the shit doesn't work, shit doesn't work. You can have, if you had a car, any car, any an expense that has all the the 5-star ratings and all the technology and all this kind of crap, right? And it's the best thing since sliced bread. But you drive the car, it breaks down every couple of months, right? It doesn't work. Doesn't matter what doesn't matter what the tests say. Okay, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Either the shit works or it doesn't. Don't talk to the don't talk to the people that have theories. Walk in the fucking hospital, the people that use the test every day and says, does this shit work? And they will either tell you yes or no. You cannot use this shit on a couple of billion people, and it should not work. Point blank, period. You have a whole industry that's actually based on this kind of stuff, right? Trillions of dollars based on this stuff. You had an expert in here that uses this shit every day. She literally does just this stuff every day to make her medicines, to make her therapies. She uses this shit every day. This shit works. Period. I don't even want to hear it. Either the shit works or doesn't. Walk your ass into a hospital and see the test results yourself. Either the shit works or it doesn't. We need a late night rant. We'll see. There might be. I got one that I did, but I haven't uploaded it because I think it might inflame people. But I do have one. We'll see. He'll never get out. They got a vendetta against him. He'll never get out. Yeah, yeah. No, Edward doesn't have the patience. Edward likes doing what he's doing. The thing is, unless you're a doctor working in a hospital that's working with these guys in lab samples every day, I'll take your word for it. Okay. Nobody that I know of that works with the shit every day says the shit doesn't work. Because if it didn't trust and believe, the doctors and the nurses and the techs will let you know. We have Rodney that has to do these fucking tests every day, right? Rodney tells you that shit works. Okay, you see him on camera. When you get a result back, when you get a test, you get a result back, and you get a diagnosis. Okay, either the disease is there or it's not. There is no in between. If the test says the disease is there and but you don't have no symptoms, or there's nothing else wrong with you, or they can find it's something else, then you can say the test doesn't work. Other than that, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Oh, man, man. uh, DC lead attorney, man. I couldn't believe it, man. There are metal detectors and gun detectors, goddamn, in the mall. I cracked up. He said, "This is not the airport. This is the mall." I laughed my ass off. Yeah, I'm just clocking in, man. Just clocking in. Anyway, you know what? Let me say something about COVID, right? Remember, I told you back in September that COVID was basically over. That Biden has other shit to do, and basically he settled everything in September, and he's moved on to other stuff. And they weren't gonna lock you down. They weren't gonna take care of you. They weren't even gonna push with vaccinations anymore, right? They don't push that shit no more. Number one, it's an election year. Number two, they trying to do other shit. They don't care if you fall over dead. I do believe if Biden was president when COVID happened, there would have never been a lockdown. Wear your mask and go to work. That's what he would have told you. Biden would not have spent $12 trillion trying to keep people at home and lock people down. Would have never happened. Although if Biden was president, the bug would have never escaped the lab. But thing is, if Biden was in charge, they would have never done all this lockdown, man, because Biden doesn't believe in it. It costs too much money. Biden. I'm not saying he doesn't care, but the thing is, he is not the one that's going to spend a whole lot of money um, to actually lock you down. If you don't want to take precautions, you want to fall over dead, he says good on you. Take your own risk. If something happens. They'll sprinkle some holy water over you and pray for you. And food court into the food court. What city is this, Jeff? Oh, he knows what planet he's on, man. Don't get that twisted. And Grandpa might not be what he was, man, but don't get it twisted. Don't let that act fool you. He's not. He's there. It depends on lawyers. Depends on the law that you go into, and the kind of law you go into, and whether there's a need for it. So there's all different kinds of laws. Just depends how hard you want to study, whether you're willing to apprentice to somebody that's actually making whatever money you want to make or doing what you want to do. And then being in law is a hustle job. It's like a business degree. You have a business degree, it's not gonna make moves for you. A communist grandmother. That's hilarious. Yeah, if you're gonna get a law degree, um, then you got to be really particular about what kind of law that you get into. I would spend the summer just trying to be a paralegal, so I could be in court to see what's going on and see who's more popular. I heard that probably be a simp. Lennox Mall's having shootouts. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna get yeah. That's the whole thing, man. Trying to keep this stuff together to keep the society from tearing itself apart. And whatever the Biden team is on, or whatever their goal is, they're willing to sacrifice you to get it. That's my opinion. I don't know what their outlook is. I got an idea, but I'm not gonna say the idea on open air. I've learned my lesson about saying shit on open air, but they're willing to engage in this shadow war in a certain way, and they're willing to you guys to go through some pain to get it. So we'll see how much pain they're willing to take to get the outcomes that they want. But it's gonna be rough. I told you 22 is gonna be rough. Yeah, he flexed on him. But thing is, he's not down. Yeah, it probably will have to be a patron stream. I might do one tomorrow, but we'll have to see. See if I got any brain cells left for tomorrow. Yep. Try to get as much information and as much and many skills as you can get, man. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Hopefully the whole thing holds together, man, because uh, piecing it together took 40, 50 years, man. You cannot take this thing apart in five. There's gonna be a whole lot of pain, and America's not ready. He doesn't really have the media because the media doesn't count as much as it used to because of the internet. Oh, and listen to Lindy. Lindy knows what he's talking about. There is no versus the CCP. They're in bed together. They're joined at the hip. What's up, NYC? There is no separation. They're all joined at the hip. Well, you've been indoctrinated since you started kindergarten, so it's just finishing school. We don't know, man, because we have no clue. Everything's up in the air. Everything's up for grabs. We don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen next because we're sort of at an end game. So when you get close to this kind of transition point, everything's up in the air. So you have to be nimble. Anyhow, we are in. Yeah. Let me go ahead and drop this link. Talk to some people, and then we're going to be out in about an hour. Be out in an hour. Nah, this year's gonna be rough. You got to get through this year, man, because this is gonna be rough. It's gonna be very rough this year. And 2023, if we can't get it right in 2022, 2023 is actually gonna be worse. So this is the point where they're gonna have to do something. Because if you let this thing keep sliding, people are not gonna take this line down. In the 70s, when you had this big, you had like 20, 30 years of progress and basically um, a peacefulness, and you had all that kind of stuff. So the 70s were easier to take because because you're successful like 20, 30 years. Okay, you just went through like 20 years of hell, and for this year to pop up and try to go through what you went through in the 70s, I don't think people are going to have it. I don't think people are going to have it. I think people are going to be mighty, mighty upset and pissed off. All right, there's the link. So I've been telling you guys, man, 2022, you got to buckle up. G Rock, Compton. All right. All right. Hey, we used to call the Compton the Wild Wild West back in the 80s and 90s, man. so when so when that song came out, man, we said it's 129th Street, Compton. Everybody cracked up, man. Everybody cracked up. So Compton used to be the Wild Wild West, man, before people started black folks It's called they actually engaged in black flight when they all left for the for the valleys.
You talking about the white people or the black people?
So what?
You talking about the white people when they left in the 50s?
No, the black. No, I'm talking about black people left in the 80s, in the 90s. Because
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Hey,
no,
what's
yeah.
up, BGS?
Hey, what's up? Who am I talking to?
This
Hey, what's
is
going on,
Mr.
BJS?
Coakley from the chat, but I just changed my name. Something else.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Speak up just a tad.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear
It's all
me?
right. Yeah.
What's going on,
Yeah, you
BJS?
can. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Not much, man. Been out all day. Taking some notes for class and whatnot.
Okay.
Enjoying this nice weather out here in Chicago for once.
It should be nice in Chicago. You know,
Yeah, it's
it's
80s.
probably not too hot, not too cold, like Goldilocks weather.
Yep.
Yeah, it's finally gotten hot here in Indiana.
Ooh, yeah. If it's hot in Indiana, man, man, Midwest in the summertime with the humidity is miserable.
Yeah,
It's hot out here. It's hot out here in
Line,
Cali right now.
especially the last few years, man.
Yeah. Basically, with as flat as the Midwest is, when the
Last few
humidity
years, you
hits,
can
man,
go out and cook a.
you could cook an egg on the sidewalk.
In Indiana,
Yeah, I've been seeing that in Arizona. Like
Pretty
real
much,
shit.
yes.
You just,
Yeah, I'm about to say that you can fry a hot
One
dog
time,
on the
hey,
sidewalk.
yeah. Well, Arizona's dry though. That's the only thing about Arizona. It's dry. In the Midwest, when it gets like 90 with that,
Yeah, it's that dry heat.
with the humidity in the Midwest, woo, man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you guys. Yeah, they get that down in Indiana. They get that humidity from all those cornfields too. I remember having to deal with that when I was going to school down there.
Yeah, it's miserable. It can get miserable. Okay.
And then they
what's
got
their
those sports
plan?
flies too.
Hey, Chris, your mic is it's coming in a little inconsistent, just a little bit blurry. So maybe I don't know if maybe try to switch over or your headphones or something. I'm just saying it's kind of hard to understand you a little bit.
All right, let me switch up.
Okay. Anybody else want to jump in?
I have a question for BGS.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead.
BGS, I've been concerned about the recent black women who have kids, and for whatever reason they're single moms. And I think Dr. Tiasan did the study on more violence in women in single moms. And then now we've recently seen how they've dealt with Kevin, mocking him and everything.
Okay.
Is this the rise of femcel or something even more dangerous, where they don't want black boys alive?
It's not necessarily the black boys alive. The thing is that this always happens when you put women under financial stress like that, right? This happened in the remember, if you look back to the Industrial Revolution when it first started, Northern England, where they put leaving kids out on the street to die and stuff like that. So when you put women under stress like that, this happens. This is nothing compared to what happened in the past. This is actually rather mild. Okay, this is nothing. Let a real economic crisis hit the United States. You're gonna see a whole lot of kids dying. This is nothing. People think that this is not a Dr. Spock world, right? Go look at any place else in the world that's under economic stress and see what happens to the kids. This is nothing. So basically, it's not them being femcel. It's your economy is not taking care of people, and if you have single moms that are not being taken care of, you'll have kids that are gonna get hurt and die. But you got to remember, these reports are coming from a group of like 330 million people, so it is a very small percentage.
And there's another thing. BTS, what do you expect that? What's gonna be the plan for global warming? Because I don't know if anyone's been noticing.
They don't have one. They don't have one.
They need to go ahead and get that together, because
their plan has been to ignore it, and then whatever happens. Okay, so whatever happens is going to happen. There is no plan for global warming. So the little stuff they could do that you've seen is those the clouds they spray, the chemtrails that they spray to actually reflect light back into the back into space and cool the earth down. That's what they've been doing over the past, I would say, 30 years. Outside of that, there's not much they can do.
Is that sustainable? Can that effect be multiplied with the increases from the global warming greenhouse emissions?
We don't have control over this. We don't know. There's a limit to people's ability to actually do things. This is not Star Trek. Okay, you can actually move a whole planet. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it is what it is. And they must know there's very little that they can do because they want to ignore it. You know, every country sprays these clouds to cool off the earth. They're trying to they're trying to cut back on greenhouse gases, but the thing is, you got 8 billion people to feed. You cut the energy output. What's going to happen? You're going to have a whole lot of people starve or riot or tear up the society. So it's like a Kobayashi Maru. It's a no-win situation, and even at that might not even help. So we don't even.
So we're honestly this because this is my whole problem with this. You know, BGS. Like the funny thing is, like when I was growing up in the church, like I couldn't stand listening to those preaching niggas and them talk about those scriptures, and I couldn't stand the whole atmosphere. But as I've grown up, and can everybody hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, continue.
I may be breaking up the AB, but as I've been growing up, it's like I've had to look at the Bible in a completely different eye, and I've been reading the Bible. Yeah, like it is crazy. Like when I reread the same section, I just get a whole different interpretation.
That's why you need to read it for yourself instead of have somebody read it for you. But go ahead.
Yeah, because it's like a repeating, a recurring cycle, but it seems that it's all extinction.
Human beings don't change. Well, yeah, they preach that, but they preach a whole lot of stuff. Extinction is only part of it. That's what we notice most. But Revelations is not the whole Bible.
Yeah, I know. But besides, because I know Revelation. You know, everybody likes to stick on those chapters and quote from that. But my whole thing is I'm interested about how are you supposed to best interpret the stories after the extinction event? Like, how can I interpret that, and how would you be able to translate that and compare it to real life? Like
if it's an extinction event, nobody interprets shit, do they? Because guess what? You're not around to interpret it. That's what they call an extinction event, sir.
Hey, BGS.
No people left.
In our history, it was suspected that we've already had many of these events that happened.
Well, there's no proof.
Hey, BGS, are you familiar? Well, I'm sure you've read the Mars trilogy by Kim Stanley Robinson.
I've read a little bit of it. I think maybe the first book or something like that. Why?
Well, I was going to say in the Red Mars, the first book, they have an interesting concept. Basically, due to global warming, which is a common theme in a lot of his novels.
Yeah.
The shorelines have risen, and people are displaced and stuff like that, especially in third world culture, in third world countries. So they have a concept where they give every person like a half a credit to have a child.
Okay.
And it's kind of like basically to make an economy out of childbirth. And so if two people come together, they can have one child, or they can sell their credits away. If they don't want to have a child, they can sell it away to somebody else. Do you see something like that happening in the future?
What's going to happen is that basically the Brave New World is probably closer to the truth, right? Where they're going to actually produce kids out of a factory if they want them. They can already do it. They don't need you to have kids.
Nope.
They don't need you to have kids.
Yeah, I have a question. I saw in the comments that there's a single mom can be a femcell.
You can.
So that means is there a new term now for the last 53 years of women working? What is a femcell? What's a femcell? I think that's a feminist who's a single lady.
No.
Okay.
What does cell mean? Celibate.
Okay.
Not having sex. How is a single mom gonna be a femcell? She's got a baby.
So then that means that is there a new term for the angry women who can't bear dealing with the child on their own, and so they take out anger of being told the truth?
There is no term for that. Okay.
Wow.
If you want to make up one, go ahead. But that's
what I'm saying. For the last 53 years, women had the chance to work. And so now we're seeing that they're angry single moms, and they're shooting people in the car, following them 15 miles.
Okay. What did you already asking the same question over again. What was my first answer? Why are they doing that?
Hard truths.
And no, it's hard. If you put women with kids under financial stress, what are they going to do?
Yeah, yeah.
It's happened before. It's not. It's in human history. It's always happened. Okay. If you have a famine, they start eating their kids. Okay.
Mm.
Where you think the story of Santa Claus came from? To save your children, because in Eastern Europe they had a famine. They were eating their children, and he used to go to the butcher shops and rescue the kids. That's calling him Saint Nick, the
Yeah.
rescuer of children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is nothing. Okay, when you start seeing them eat their children, then you'll have a problem.
Story of the Pied Piper, all this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Understood.
the story of the Pied Piper was really the story where all the kids got led to the as soldiers to the what is it, the Crusades.
Yes, yes,
So
that's right.
they emptied out the children and made them soldiers, but they had to have a story. That's the Pied Piper. That's where that one came from.
They was holding the flags and stuff like that, and they get them
Wow.
from the villages.
No,
They
the
did
thing
it.
is okay. The thing is, it's not like modern warfare where you get on a plane or a boat and you get there within, within a few hours, right, or a few days, right? It takes
They used
years to march down, to the years to march down and do a campaign. So if a soldier is on a campaign down to the say down to the Crusades, man, you might be down there 5 to 10 years. Okay, so if you take a kid, take a boy that's like 8 or 9 years old, okay, and basically by the time you're 14, 15, you're considered a man. By the time you get down there, you're trained to be a soldier. You got to remember,
Yep.
uh, they used to that. Why you think they used to? The Greeks started that, right?
Hmm.
What do they carry the boys for? To train them and have sex. So by the time these boys got old enough, they were already trained to be soldiers. They just took the place of the older soldiers. This is nothing. This is nothing new. Okay. In any pre-industrial society, most of the people are actually children, and most of the people are actually under the age of 15. So the bulk of your people are actually under the age of 15. That's where you start. So you start with the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, and you go on a campaign. So by the time you get there, or by the time they're ready to train and ready to fight, they're 13, 14, 15. They're prime soldiers.
So
Because
and what
most
do
people
you?
didn't leave. Most people didn't live to be 30 years old anyway. So 15 is middle age. Go ahead.
So if the U.S. really wanted to save their country, they'd have to. Wouldn't they have to start pulling more kids and stuff like that, more younger populations from like Africa
They're already doing it,
and
man.
more?
They're already doing it. What do you
They're
think?
not pulling enough though. They're not pulling enough.
You have a shortage of children everywhere. Okay. You just can't just go snatch kids off and just dump them into a country. Okay, nobody's going to allow that. Okay, you have to be subtle about when you do that kind of stuff, right? We actually introduce populations. What do you think those 40,000 kids are on the border that are unaccompanied they're doing? What do you think that's for? Do you think they just randomly showed up on their own? No, that's them trying to replace their population.
Man, I think BGS, I think I read that story with Walter Williams. He spoke about the Constantinople Hagia Sophia being taken over by the same Greek trained men, like how you said they campaigned and went down. And I think that's when the Hagia Sophia was won by the Romans, right?
No, the Greeks started doing that under Alexander the Great. Before that,
Oh.
the whole society moved together. Okay, but that was
Mhm.
inefficient. That's when he started leave the women and children, leave the women at home, and take the boys over a certain age.
Mm.
No women, don't take the women; they slow you down. It's easier to campaign. You campaign faster, more effectively by leaving the women at home. By the time the Romans came, it was already embedded. Do you ever see women in the women along with the Roman legion following them in tents?
Oh,
No,
I
it's
think
already
they were in
established.
Lesbos Island.
The group, every group is violent. Okay, you think the Egyptian pharaoh didn't kick no ass?
Mm.
Hmm? You think the Egyptian pharaoh? Well, you think those cat nine tails, the whip that the pharaoh had? The pharaoh kicked plenty ass. Okay.
The whip in the flesh.
All human beings are violent. Were the Romans better at it? Yeah, some people a little bit more or less, but things they're all violent. Okay, all of them are violent.
BGS.
Yes, sir.
What's gonna happen when artificial intelligence comes online?
We don't know. It's already online. The things we don't know what's going to happen. Nobody
Oh,
knows.
it is.
Yeah, it's already online. Okay,
Oh.
who do you think? Basically, you take a test because I asked this. So this is before my father died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he told me to take a test. Right? They take like 12 vials. Okay, of blood. Right, to do a test. I said, how long? It would take a couple of days to get a test back. No, 30 minutes. People are not doing this test. It's AI doing the test. They're already online.
Because I heard about the singularity.
One at a time.
My fault. I heard about the singularity. Who was in 2030? So that's what I thought was gonna come online.
The singularity. What is it? Okay, what is singularity to you?
They said, well, when artificial intelligence surpasses like humans.
Bullshit. When singularity is when biotech, computer tech, and basically basically the industry, all modern industry, all modern manufacturing, all line up in sync. That's the singularity.
I ain't know. All right.
When they can change you, it can change your environment, it can change you, and they can change the programs all at once in sync. That's the singularity. And singularity is not going to happen until biotech really comes about. So it could be 2030, could be 2040. Just depends.
Okay.
That's singularity.
Okay.
Hey, BGS.
Okay, what's up?
Do you mind if in a minute I show a little bit of my my new video?
Today. Not today, sir.
All right.
Not today.
All right.
Not one of those. You can drop your link, but not today. I'm here. It's AMA. Ask me anything, right? It's not a showcase.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I just want to say before I leave, I appreciate you, BGS. I appreciate all my brothers here and everyone in the comments, and y'all have a good day.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right.
Anybody else?
Hey,
Mike.
Can we talk?
Can I get the winning lottery ticket?
After me. Anybody else?
Can we talk about if Kevin Samuels, like, how do we definitively know, like, well, I guess I can't really ask that, but did the toxicology report at least come out yet? Because I want to know how much it was OD'd.
They made it doesn't take that long for a toxicology report. And the thing is, if the family wants to share it, they'll share it. We won't know unless they share it. They're not going to give it to us.
Yeah, that's a private matter, dude. Come on.
Yeah. If the family is satisfied with what happened, and his girlfriend, she wasn't just a rando. It was his girlfriend. Okay, his girlfriend's a nurse, and she's right there. So whatever he was doing, whatever he wasn't doing, whatever happened, okay, with the toxicology report, it's given to the family, and if they want us to know, they'll tell us. If not, at the end of the day, he's gone. It doesn't matter why he's gone.
I understand what y'all said, and it is a private matter. But I mean, hasn't stopped toxicology reports from being released in the past. And I was just saying from the aspect of. If it happens,
it happens. Okay, if somebody's going to release it, they'll release it. And I'm sure if it was something really damning, it probably would have come out already. Okay, somebody on the inside would have released it. TMZ would have paid enough money to have it released if it was something damning. So evidently there wasn't. That would be my first guess.
Nobody banged out on him, which is cool. That's always good to know.
I don't think if maybe Kevin in 2 or 3 years would be important enough for that to happen, but Kevin Samuels right now is probably not important enough for the people to actually scheme on him like that.
That's how I would say it.
Plus, he's making too much money for people, so why would they plot on him like that?
And the only reason why I would say that is just because of the pure fucking vitriol that released Like that
If
shit was like the flood,
if
like how that
if
shit was
if if,
rolling
if,
in.
if Ke- if Kevin was 25, I'd be more suspicious. But Kevin is in his 50s, and this is not uncommon. I done lost too many coworkers in their 40s and 50s to stuff like this. So black men die early. Okay, black men don't live. A lot of black men don't live to be 70 and 80. Okay, and this is really really common amongst black people. Okay, no matter how healthy you are. Okay, it just happens to be part of the black male experience. Black men are under so much stress, it happens, and black men die early. I know I lost a lot of buddies in their 40s. Okay, I am
Just
blessed to be in my 60s. So people say you old, yeah, I'm an old motherfucker. I'm blessed to be an old motherfucker. I've lost too many compared compadres, man. That just didn't wake up one day. So it
you
happens.
just you just saying just probably to like overwork, like factors like
It
that
could be
probably.
genetics, it could be overwork, it could be food, it could be anything. Okay. When you get to be, well, I always tell black men, when you get past 50, man, consider that bonus time. You're lucky to be around. So anything past 50, any day past 50, you wake up, you kiss the ground, and say, "I'm blessed to be alive."
So but the life expectancy for like Generation Z and new people that are being born into society is raising. So you think? Uh, I guess I have to remember that a lot of these statistics and a lot of this information is being garnered from people that didn't necessarily have like all the privileges that I'm being born with. So it could shift the statistics, but I just think that's kind of insane
Black
when you think about it.
black males start dying from the age of 5 on up. Why do you think there, even though there's more of them born, why do you think there's so few of them by the time you get to be 35? Okay, black males start dying as children. They start dying off as children. So for a black man to live to be 50, okay, is it sad that he dies? But it's not unusual. Not unusual. In fact, it's more common than people actually know. Now look at he died of cancer, but what's his name? Black Panther. He's 41, and he's not the first. Look how many rappers that died at Gen X. Uh, um, in the span of you had like 15 rappers just
True.
it got to be in their 50s
Knocked off.
start just dropped off, man. So basically, this is not unusual. Okay, really not.
But it's like, I mean, but that doesn't like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think about this sometimes. Like, you have to work so much harder with the limited amount of time that you already have.
You have
It's
to,
like,
and which is black. Well, all black men should treat their time on this planet as precious because you don't know how many days you got. That's just a fact. Okay, you trust and believe, man. I worked with a lot of guys, man. I know a lot of guys. I was praying. Okay, I was praying to get in my physics. I wanted to live. If I get to 75, man, I'll consider myself a lucky man. That's all that's all I ask God for. Let me get to the mid 70s, and I'll be out. If I go after that, I'm good. Okay. But man, I lost so many guys, man. So many guys, man. On verge of retiring and stuff like that. 51, 52 just didn't come on one day. Didn't come to work. Gone. So it's not unusual.
just got tired of it, I guess. Just tired.
I don't. Well, you're young, man. When you get past, you get to 40, you start understanding what I'm talking about. Because you're young, and you got the whole world in front of you. You don't need to even worry about shit like this. Just just do your work, man, and take advantage of every day that you have. Because it's hard for me to explain it to you. Okay. But the thing is, as you get older, you start seeing your compatriots start to just drop off. And Michael probably can tell you, he works in a hospital. The black men, it's not unusual for black men to get to in their late 40s or 50s to start dropping off. It's not unusual. In fact, it's very common. The black men have the shortest lifespan in America. There's a
Which is
reason for
why I spent the last 5 years laying flat.
That's true. I heard that.
Well, I think maybe we should factor. Maybe we need to probably factor that into the argument on why we need to get more reparations, because we're not even going to be around long enough to enjoy a life like everybody else.
And
And I
with
think
that's the whole reason for black male advocacy, man, to give black men fuller lives, because this country doesn't give a shit about you, man. Even your well women don't give a shit about you. And we got to realize that. Okay.
Yeah, your
So we're
mama
trying to
don't
tell you.
care about you, dude.
What do you
Let's
think?
be honest.
Yeah, well, we think that's why SPM is about, man. And what does Dr. Johnson say? Ain't nobody coming for us. Okay.
Or do you just? I mean, do you just? I mean, like, but it's so like it's confusing sometimes. So, like, do you just snake out on everybody? Like, do you
Yes.
still
Stop asking dumb questions, Pookie?
You already know,
Let me
man.
tell you something right
Well, I mean,
now.
Hold
Let me tell you
on.
something right now. As a young high yellow nigga, if it's stressing you out, leave it be. Period. Stop asking dumb questions. If a chick is giving you a hard time, let her give somebody else a hard time. You go about your business and live your life. If you're working a job and you're not getting anywhere with it, and you think you're just going to John Henry your way, and somehow somebody's going to just, one day look at me, you know what? Mr. Pookie's really working hard for this organization. I think we should give him a raise. Yeah, keep thinking that. You go where you fit in, man. Period. And if you don't find no place to fit in, there's nothing keeping you here. There really isn't. They really don't want you here in the first place. So what you could do is find some place where you can thrive and survive, and maybe live to old age. Because no one's keeping you here, man. No one's keeping you here. So, stop asking dumb questions.
And we say it every day, though. In the management, that's all we talk about, man. I haven't seen one red pill scholar or anybody say anything differently, man. Okay.
appreciate it, Judge Dredd. Thanks. Whoa.
It is what it is. Well,
It's
thing
not.
is, that's the hard truth, man.
It's not. It's not that it's not. It's not. It's what you were saying is what you were stated before, as if I was asking it as with the simple implication of trying to be dumb, as if I didn't already know. It's just me acknowledging and just voicing the sad truth of my and many other existences in this country. Because when you're born, when you come out the womb, BGS knew, I knew, and you knew the way that our mothers looked at us that we weren't shit. And then the first day of school, that's the next day. And then you graduate from elementary school. No matter how hard you excel, you still ain't shit. Then you go to middle school, and then they start you with the haze, and then they break your ass down from the inside because you think you know something, but you don't really know something. And then they move you along. And by the time you get to high school, you're nice and soft and consistent like oatmeal. Just enough space in the back of your head that they can keep their hand in there. Hard enough that they can still do work.
Wait till you get to be an old man and you live most of your life taking care of fucking people that don't really care for you the same way.
Exactly.
Then you start to realize, okay, what did you do all this shit for? That's when you start to realize that ain't nobody coming for you. That's when normally when people kind of get the grasp of, oh shit, they're really not fucking with me. And all the chicks that you fucked with was really about them, and nobody ever really cared for you. And the closest people ever really cared for was your mother. And she's the closest. And that's what happens. Anyway, anybody else? Let me drop the link. See if anybody else want to get on. Don't start no shit in my chat, NYC.
Yeah, I guess even in their own twisted way, I suppose. That's why I'm just getting my money and just going to my hole. And I just want to watch people just burn, to be honest. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Well, you can do that. You can watch the world burn, or you can get out there and enjoy life, man. Don't worry about it.
That is how I'm gonna enjoy life, watching the world burn.
Okay, well, you and the Joker.
That's exactly how you enjoy life.
This kid, man.
You let the transgressions fall where they may.
He's
you
20,
watch
man.
vengeance be poured.
He's 20.
He needs a good ass.
Yeah, he's 20. He's trying to understand what old men see at 20 years old.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. But he thinks it does. But there's nothing you can tell him because he hasn't seen it. So how do you explain the ocean to somebody that's born in the desert?
So it'll just be the same, but it'll be the future though. So it'll be different.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully for you it will be. What's up, El?
What's going on? Okay, I was just trying to make sure you can hear me. All right.
Yeah, we got about 20 more minutes.
Yeah, I just read something on that teenager. They say he was fully armed. He was fatigued up, and he had one of those military helmets on that had one of those cameras. He was live streaming.
Okay. He wanted to go and want to take a few people with him.
Yeah, he did. He killed a security guard, went up into the grocery store, shot up a few more. They say right now as we speak, BGS 10 dead, 3 injured. And he got captured in custody in one piece. That's the crazy part about it. Here we go again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
BGS got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What's your thoughts on the one, the current economy,
true.
and two, and the Federal Reserve's position?
Okay, we take the Federal Reserve position first, right? Okay, interest rates have been zero for 13 years, right? Okay, as long as your dollar, as long as your currency can survive it, you can keep that going because the banks are in trouble. So they've been trying to raise it on and off for the past 13 years. Every time they try to raise it, the economy gets shook and they drop it back. Okay. Now they're at the point where they don't have a choice. Okay. Biden is on a mission for whatever the mission is. We don't know what it is. I have an idea, but we don't know what it is. So he's saying, do what you need to do. If people suffer, they suffer. And that appears to be what's going on. So basically, you have to defend the currency. Evidently, the currency is going gangbusters because they're actually raising interest rates. So the currency has exploded over the past 2 or 3 months, and the euro is flatlining. So so evidently, this is what they want. Okay, that's number one. Okay, the current economy. You have a disruptive war in a very vital region. You have sanctions that are going to split the supply chain in two. You already had basically supply chain problems that would cause your fuel prices to go up. So basically, when China opens back up, fuel prices jump up again, especially diesel. You're going to get another 10 or 15% inflation on your goods. Okay, you have a homeless crisis coming out of COVID because they're going to evict these people, and these people have no place to go.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, shout out to you, BGS. Thanks for having me.
Hey, what's going on? There's
How
my
you doing?
man.
Doing,
There's my man. But the thing is, as far as the economy, man, I don't know, man. Lindy has an idea, but I know he's not going to say. I don't know if this is just how the cards turned over, or this is fucking intentional, man. Because a lot of things that are going on, if you're trying to preserve people today, don't make sense. Okay, some shit that over the past few months that happened don't make sense. You're just going to drive the economy off a cliff, and have a lot of people suffering. So we're just going to see how much pain people can take. Maybe they'll correct it if people, get upset. But we'll see. We don't know. But the economy is going off a cliff.
Hey, BGS, hey, look, I was gonna say, and just add on to it, it's the quickness of everything, and like just from March till now, of the decisions that have been made. You know what I mean? So it's real quick. It's like I'm kind of with Lindy. It's almost made this might.
It started in February. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When me and Lindy were talking about this in February, because this
shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this shit doesn't make sense. Okay. Because the inflation, the fuel costs and inflation costs were already built in even before this, right? Because diesel, because people look at their own prices, right? Their unleaded, their refined gasoline prices. That's not where the crux is. Look at the diesel prices. Okay, you cannot have diesel at $6-7, right? The economy is going to go through a severe recession. Okay, and having and basically, I was actually arguing with Dr. Jas Rasmus, right? Because he was saying something. I said, "Doc, just go ahead and say it, man. This is called austerity measures, right? Stagflation is just another word for austerity measures. Basically, putting the recovery of the economy on the backs of the citizens, right? Austerity measures. You have to do with less. You can either do it by cutting back on wages and money going out, or you can actually raise prices to the point where people can't afford shit. Either way, it's the same thing. So you're going to go through an austerity measures for the next couple of years. Hopefully, it doesn't last as long as it did in the 70s, because we went from 1972 to like 1983. All the United States went through austerity measures for like 13 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a question for you, BGS.
Go ahead, Craig. Sorry.
Yeah, did you
and pimp your channel, man, because your shit is on point, man. So pimp your channel.
Oh, well, yeah. Craig, the tech guy, just come over there if you want the truth, and you can't be moist or you'll get insulted.
you probably need a political channel, man, because as much as I love your,
I'm transitioning. You're right.
As much as I love your gaming, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of is a political channel.
Yeah, you're a hell of a lot better at politics, man.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's in my humble opinion.
Well, I do appreciate that. Honestly, coming from you, I do appreciate it. My question is for you and AB. Okay. Did you all steal the baby formula? Because it was all over the news this morning.
You know where the baby formula is?
I didn't do it.
I don't know.
You know where it is? You know where it went?
Ukraine.
Take a wild guess. If you displace 40 million people, where do you think the formula is going to go?
Yeah, that's a good point. But I was there talking at work today. They said, well, some women can't breastfeed. I said, well, those women are defective. I mean, that's all I can say. That's automatic, you know.
They're lazy.
How can the richest country in the world not have baby formula? It doesn't make sense.
Well, they said it was defective. I didn't know somebody stole it because they put Batman on this.
No. It's temporary, but I do believe you're going to find out where they sent that baby formula. They sent it to Europe. It's not here.
I think it's downtown. So okay.
No, it's not downtown. It's in Europe. They shipped it off. Supplies like that they know they're going to need, especially when you have a low birth rate for the majority of the country. There's no way you can run out of baby formula. It's got to be sent someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need to know that. It was all over the news this morning.
The thing is, you're not gonna tell. In my opinion, I have no. Like I said, I haven't read this. It's just my opinion. If I was president and I was in charge, I would not tell people that I sent the baby formula to the Ukraine. Okay, they have a shortage. That would be not a good idea. Okay,
that would be bad.
That would be bad. And I don't think they didn't produce enough. There's a shortage. The shortage because they sent it someplace else.
I'm sure they're all on pallets that are marked USAID.
Yep.
OC-41s.
Yep.
That are being airlifted to Central Europe.
BJS, I got another question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you think midterm elections, Democrats gonna be able to hold their seat?
They're toast. TOAST.
No, they're not. But they know it.
No,
the thing is that they know they're not going to be able to hold it. So
Craig's the best guy for this. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, just real quick. They know it, and they've already made their political calculation to piss off black people. Again, they're helping Latinos, they're helping Native Americans, and they're helping AAPI. So, but they're not going to help black people. That's the calculation. They know they're going to lose, but when they rebuild, they will rebuild with those three primary groups, not African Americans at all. Like none. It's not going to happen. So the smart political people, they see it already. They already see it, and they've already kind of withdrawn. So it is what it is. But no, they're not going to hold it. They already know they're going
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're going to lose minimum 27 seats in the House, and the Senate could still be up in the air because of the whole Roe decision. They are recalculating some things. The Nevada seat, which should be lean Republican, probably got pushed back to pure toss-up. Democrats should hold Pennsylvania. Possibly they may get a win. I think in New Hampshire maybe, but that Senate, it's harder to predict the Senate right now because of the Roe decision. That is activating a new set of Democrats. So we'll have to wait and see. Now we have to wait another 3 months when more tracking comes online you can actually start formulating a projected opinion.
If you get a whole lot of people tossed in the streets because of the rents, and you get another 10-15% inflation, you get riots in the streets, Democrats are toast. I think they're toast already.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're toast. And you always talking about evictions. Yeah, there's a guy with a YouTube channel out of Memphis that does that's what he does. And it's just it's something else that they're running into because of the moratorium running out and people coming up with all kind of excuses. So that is happening. They're actually hiring process servers to go out to let people know, hey, you're getting evicted.
Yep.
So they can't find enough people to do it. So
potentially 30 million people on the street. Come on. Okay. Your homeless population is not supposed to rise above 1% at maximum. What happens when it's 10? Okay.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Two things are going to happen. You're going to rise in prostitution and rise in crime. It's already happening.
And you really can't say it's going to be 10%. It's got to be more than that because, people are going to try to cram it inside the family and homes with people and families. You know what I'm saying? Multiple families in a home.
Yeah.
But people can do that for so much, man.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Okay.
So
you can't put that many people on the street. Go ahead.
Yeah, you get all these people on the street, man.
So BJS, with that being said, how is that going to affect seniors on fixed incomes? With as these things get out, these prices get out of control. Because that's one of my fears. Like,
Mr. James, let me inform you of something. We've had over 2,000 nursing homes in the United States of America close. We've had an enormous amount of homeless people just magically appear on the streets because their families didn't come and get them.
The good thing is you had like 600,000 seniors die over the past few years of COVID. That's the silver lining in all of this, right? Okay. But basically, when stuff happens, when stuff like this happens, guess who gets sacrificed? The young and the old. Wow. So the whole is quote a joke from a Lone Ranger joke. Kemosabe, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you got nurses right now. Even if nurses are afraid to go to work in nursing homes, they had a lady who she was the only nurse on staff in a 30 or 60 unit complex, right? She called the number to tell them, hey, I'm overworked. She still worked it. She made one mistake. I think a patient died. The lady lost her license.
Wow.
And this lady, out there giving her all through COVID when nobody wants to work in nursing homes. And so nurses hear those kind of stories and that stuff fluctuates through the nursing groups on Facebook and different stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard pressed to get nurses back in nursing home.
It's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal.
Well, if you push the wrong med, you're going to lose your license. Yeah, you push the wrong med, you're going to lose your license. But she got probation for 3 years. She did not go to prison.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, but she's overworked though, man. I mean,
we all, we've been in a pandemic. We're all overworked. Yeah, I'm in the medical field. Yes, we're trained to do it, but we were ready for that, but mentally, no.
Yeah, mentally, we're
not ready for that. Took a toll on everything. Yeah. You're right. They're overworked. Absolutely.
And we don't know if there's another wave coming. Okay, we're just hoping. They're rolling the dice. Okay, they're rolling the dice.
Based on what I've been reading, there might be another wave coming.
We don't know what the hell's happening in China. Okay, we don't.
That's true.
So
we don't know why they locked down. Whether it's just precaution or there's really something going on, we have no clue. And we could have another wave coming in. Another wave comes in with no lockdowns, no masks, no vaccines, and an economy that's bad. Man, I don't want. I'm gonna stay inside. I'm gonna stay my old ass inside. All right.
Yeah.
You tell me you ain't gonna go down the street and see that taco girl? Come on now.
Nah, BGS gonna have them binoculars. She look fine, dude.
There's a little cute. There's a little cutie down there that look.
I heard you mention it.
I can't afford to go out on a wife right now. But she's cute. She's cute. She make a nice little wife, a little 4'8" self.
So really, with the combination of the vaccine, the greenhouse gases. So what do you think, BGS, when it's all said and done, we'll have probably like 75% inflation, which would probably be like
Oh no,
$10.
You don't get that, man.
They're saying we're gonna get. We just got 20% inflation over the last.
We did. When you get 75% inflation, you will have riots in the streets. Okay?
Oh yeah, it'd be.
Bro, we getting BTS, bro.
Listen
BTS.
to what I'm saying carefully. Again, you get that much. You get a doubling in prices with this spoiled ass population that we have. You're gonna have riots in the streets.
It'll be a purge.
They didn't want to wear. They didn't want to fucking wear a mask. Okay.
It'll be a
You were
purge.
rioting because you didn't want to stay inside and wear a mask. What happens when you go hungry?
Just think of it like this: that lockdown that's going on in China. Let's think if their population right now had firearms to fight back.
Woo. Yeah,
that'd be a whole new country over there.
They wouldn't have locked them down.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what we're ultimately saying here, which is if this shit goes south like we think it could, you better have some firearms and lock down for some food and water.
Why do you think January 6th happened?
Yeah, before that, man, you had a whole summer before that, just people going nuts.
But okay, so 45% inflation isn't enough, but 75 is enough for riots. I mean, at the rate.
The thing is, we know this. We're just getting started. The thing is, people have hope, right? That okay, it's temporary. Okay, what if it's not? Just even at 25% inflation, it's just and when you start running out of money, and the prices keep going up, but your money doesn't keep going up.
Well, let me ask you this, BJ. Let's say we have with that scenario, and then corporate, obviously, when inflation's eating corporate profits, and they start laying people off.
Mm-hmm.
That could be like also a double whammy, right? Like, because I'm reading online, corporations are laying people off right now, and I'm like,
yeah, because their costs are going up. That's called austerity measures. That's inflation. I mean, technically, because I talked to one of my old think tank partners earlier this week on a show, and technically it's not stagflation, right? Is that it's stagflation? They came up with a name instead of calling austerity measures, or when you actually don't hire people, lay off people, and the prices rise, and you make cuts. Okay, that's austerity. Technically austerity. When you see interest rates rise when they shouldn't, and basically and people's wages don't rise with it, that's austerity measures. Okay, what we're going to go through is austerity measures. They're willing to take us through it. We kind of dodged it for the last 10 years. We should have been on it right after the housing crash for 2 or 3 years, right? Yeah. They kind of dodged that. But hell, the bills come due, man. The bills are due, and the bills are due at the wrong time. So
that's why I switched.
Lose your job. You get evicted and lose your job on the same day, okay?
Look, man, this is why I switched my degree to and they're getting a lot of us business majors to switch our degree to computer science and the coding degrees because 90% of the courses are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's 95% of the coursework. So, I mean, I've already done it. I've already taken the courses for computer science that I would need to just already in the business degree.
Okay.
So it's like I'm gonna be Gucci. So I ain't worried about none of that.
All you gotta do is learn the code. That's all.
I'm on that Code Academy too. I know you be seeing the ads for that. Everybody be seeing that.
You got AB right there. Okay.
With Python.
Yeah, you got AB right there. Python. You got Young Grizzly. Okay. You got man. You probably got at least you probably got at least 50 programmers just here in the chat. You got a ton
what kind of Python are you talking about? I got a Python.
Talking about Python
on the keyboard.
That Python. Oh God. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, we talking about Python. The basic 5, the C. Yeah, basic 5, the C, the C.
Now, Craig was going someplace else.
Yeah, you don't know.
That boy, hey, hold on, man.
Mandingo language.
Oh, it's called a double entendre.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about the Python? You gonna start coding these bitches? Oh, okay.
Well, hey, if you need to, get you a couple of coffee girls and put them out on the street, man. If necessary. That's another way to do things.
BJ's got a question for you again.
Go ahead.
And with the housing situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And higher rates, Do you think, in your opinion, that rates will slowly force these housing prices down, or because obviously we don't have that much inventory, they're just going to stay up no matter what these rates are?
They've taken inventory off the books. What do you think? I think I posted an article, man, a video I did when 1 in 7 houses is being bought up by Wall Street.
Yeah,
Why do you think they're doing that? They're not doing it just to make money. Why do you think they're doing that?
Just to preserve, to keep.
They're doing it to keep prices up. In other words, you got you base people. There's something that I'm trying to remember her name. She said if people don't have jobs, houses are worth zero. Okay. Okay, they're not worth anything if people don't have jobs. So the thing is, people are going through a economic crisis, and they're kicking people out of their homes and their apartments. Those things are empty. Okay, but the thing is, they'll lose value because you have an overabundance of supply. You take supply off the market, guess what happens? They either go up or they actually stabilize. Guess who's holding the paper on these houses?
The big banks.
The big banks.
That's why they got to buy them.
You could spend $1 trillion and get everybody off the street by bringing in 3D printed homes. You could literally spend $1 trillion, get you some land, and house everybody with a 600 square foot little 3D printed home. Get everybody off the street. Boom, you could do that. Well, what would happen to the housing prices? They go down. They go way down. They'd crash.
Yeah, they would. Everything.
Who's holding the paper?
I see what you're saying. So, do you think they would prefer to crash the stock market versus the housing market because housing has more?
They're one and the same. Okay, they're one and the same.
The
Housing
stock
market crash, the stock market will follow right along with.
See, that's the funny thing because the stock market, they got y'all all twisted, and y'all believing in these financial what do they call them? CDOs, these little bullshit ass imaginary products that are all indirectly connected to one thing that's indirectly connected to another thing. So if it crashes, this might not potentially crash, but it might actually, guaranteed crash. We can't really put that on the paper because that's how we make money. But it's most likely going to crash because we package the housing market inside of these individual products and then sell them across to everyone as stocks. So yeah, a lot of the value that's in it.
What did Blade say? There's always some motherfuckers trying to
ice skate uphill.
And
exactly.
when Wall Street is nothing but motherfuckers trying to ice skate uphill.
Always. It's bullshit. It's always been bullshit. From the first day that they opened up shop, on my mama, the first day that the teleprompter turned on and those numbers started going across those overhead screens, it's bullshit.
They were doing it in Babylon with weak contracts. Okay, this is not new.
It was bullshit then too.
What is reserve banking is not new. It's like 3,000 years old, man.
Gotcha. Yeah. So at this point, in your opinion, this is like you said, we don't know what they're doing, but they're just driving this thing to the cliff.
Yeah, I might say it on my page. I'm not going to say it here. And Lindy probably already knows where I'm going because I have a feeling that there's an end game happening, and Ukraine is just the beginning of it. And,
yes.
And this regime is willing to
go the limits.
They're making, in my opinion, they're making a stand. Trump wasn't willing to make that stand. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason. There's a reason they want to keep NATO intact. It's not the reason that you think.
Gotcha. Say no more.
Mm-hmm. So
Trump, because he didn't want to make that stand because that was never his objective from the first part, from the outset, which is why to be honest, because there was a lot of contention with him towards the end. It's like everybody was kind of fucking with him when he went in, but when he came out, when that objective was really laid out on the table, a lot of people from upstairs.
He's not part of their crew. Biden and the Clintons and all those people are part of their crew. So
yeah, I remember.
And Biden said when he first got elected, "I'm here to put the train back on the track." Okay, well, I'm here for a reason. He said that from the beginning. Thing is, we didn't know what reason he was actually talking about. Yep. But now we're getting a peek about what he's talking about. I think Lindy was trying to get in. Go ahead, Lindy.
Oh, I was going to say maybe we should talk about this over over on Patreon. Because I'll say this.
Go ahead, Lenny.
We are. How can I say this? Why I can't?
Deep doodle.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, to a certain extent, some of us are. Overall, however, what you're having right now is for the last. Let's say 50 years. There's been basically since the end of World War II, there was a shift towards a multipolar dynamic. I mean, a unipolar dynamic. And what is happening right now is that there's a possibility for a multipolar dynamic to be brought to bear. Okay. However, you have entrenched power players in the West that want to maintain
dinosaurs,
the dollar hegemony, and as well as having the United States have hegemony over the social, political, economic system of the world, which is globalism 1.0. Mm-hmm. They want to be in control. However, what they found back in the day with the Italian city-states and all this other stuff, you can't control things on that large of a scale. Mm-hmm. You have to be more conciliatory and be willing to engage in at least a certain level of, let me not say that.
A particular action must be taken on this.
Yeah, and what is going on right now, and what's going on in Eastern Europe right now, is that these guys are doubling down on stupid to a certain extent. And in order for their great reset to go forward the way that they wish for it to go, you have to have other players agreeing to the terms that they want to, the terms and conditions. Okay. What you're having right now, what you're seeing right now, is that that's not the case.
Yep.
So
is that why when Trump made that particular speech about NATO, I think it was at the UN or Davos, that pretty much tipped the scale? Like,
what he was doing was basically, because he's not an inside player, he's coming at it from a different different worldview.
Yeah, more pragmatic.
Okay. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Because in the end, you really can't beat these people, man. Like they you have just China alone has a consistent 5,000-year-old culture.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? The United States has been around for. Give me a second before you interject. The United States has been around for not even 250 years.
Okay.
And basically, the United States has taken over from where the British were prior to World War II.
Gotcha.
I'm not even getting to all the machinations behind all of that. That definitely needs to be talked about behind the wall, especially amongst us.
Okay.
Because we're not supposed to be. Y'all are not supposed to know this kind of historical fact and be able to put together, all the disparate power players and all the moves on this chessboard, because this is a chessboard. I'm dropping hints to you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go read it.
Yeah, the Brzezinski.
He was wrong, but yeah, go read it.
He's quite wrong.
It was quite wrong. So it's Fukuyama.
Fukuyama's a moron. Just because that dude went to an Ivy League school doesn't mean shit, man. He's a moron.
Gotcha.
Hey BGS, I'm gonna hop off here. Shout out to you in the panel.
BGS is still trying to
check out that article I just sent you, BGS, from Yahoo about Kevin Samuels.
It's
printed on Yahoo News. So
okay, all right.
It's pretty. It's fair. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow night. But hey, you brothers have a good rest of your Saturday.
What's your YouTube page?
YouTube, Craig?
Craig, the tech guy. You have a wrench, don't you, Craig?
I do.
Craig,
Yeah,
the
let me
tech
see if
guy.
I can.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Put your channel in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, what I already got, like some trade skills, some STEM skills. I'm about to get a, STEM degree. Is that gonna be do you think is that gonna be enough? Like, with coding?
It'll give you a fighting chance.
God damn.
You got
How?
The thing is that
Yeah.
you know,
What I was going to
when
say, BGS, is
go ahead.
what's that you said they've been trying to do for years is prove quickly wrong.
Yeah,
They were
unfortunately.
trying to prove quickly wrong for years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do we? Carol Quigley?
Carol Quigley.
He
Yeah.
told them not to mess with China, and
There's a reason. In other words, they thought his formula wasn't correct, and this formula turns out to be more than correct. Probably scarier than he would have even imagined.
Mm.
Because even according to China, they're ahead of schedule.
So with knowing that, now that you know China is pretty much doing the same thing to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think all these white technocrats are planting base in Africa?
Because if you know, if you know a stock is going to go up, right? Say if you
No,
had a
absolutely, I
chance,
agree. Yeah.
if you had a chance to buy into Microsoft in the '90s, okay, where would you be?
Oh, good lord.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the way these guys see the world. They're just losing. It's like Lindy said, it's a chess game.
There's nothing they can do about it. So if there's nothing
Yeah,
you
that's
can
what
do
I'm saying.
about it, you want to get on the ground floor, right? So they have to. They relate to the game because China's been deeply embedded into Africa. Because the Africans in the 90s were actually begging them, "Hey, we need development, we need help."
Yep.
Okay, they didn't do it, but the Chinese came in and did it, and now
Sure did.
so now that they're on the path, and they see that there's nothing they can do about it, now they want to now to get in and make friends. In fact,
No, I agree. Yeah.
it was, I don't know if it was Macron. I think what one French president said. Soros said it. He said he actually said it. While you still have more, your money is still good, and you should make friends in Africa. Start investing in Africa. Okay, Soros said that like 3 or 4 years ago.
yeah, I think that was Soros that said that.
He did say that, and then I think the French president said the same thing not too long after that. And now, there's all kind of articles about Europe. Um, Europe actually doing that, linking up with the continent, or some. Actually, it was the EU army. Okay, they said the EU army is trying to get together so they can actually do what little they can to actually impose their will on Africa, try to get them back online. Thing is that it's probably too late.
It's too late. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much infrastructure. Because look, you can't. Now it's far too late. Because look, they already got East built up. If you wanted to and try to impose Western European ideology, I mean, you would need to do that back in 2006.
They don't have the people, man. It's demographics. It's demographics. They don't have the people. And the thing is, you kind of balance that out with the money, but their economics are starting to tail off too. So, and this thing that's going on right now, a lot of this stuff just I mean, is it a bold? Is a bold play, or it is just it's an absolute fuck up? But I can't really judge which one it actually is, because it's like
I'm
it's like
leaning
you look
towards
at
the latter. F up.
it. Well, it's happened before, but me and Lindy will talk about it tomorrow. We can't do it here.
But yeah, I don't
Yes,
know
sir.
if you saw it was a recent graph of how much famine is in Africa based off the wheat and fertilizer they can't get access to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy, man. I'm like, and I'm saying here, like, I don't think a lot of I don't, in my opinion, right, being first American Haitian descent, I don't think a lot of Americans understand like what inflation really is.
They do now. They do now. They do now. When you walk in, I mean, I walk in, like I tell you, because I'm an old dude, so I go into the 99-cent store, right? And I walk around, see what they have and whatnot. We start seeing, before there was just shelves overflowing in that store, right? And the prices were all 99 cents, right? Okay. Now their price is the same as in the grocery store, right? And the shelves are empty. You have two things happening. You have inflation and a supply chain, right? So you're getting hit. People see it. They just haven't. People think it's going to get better. People still have hope. What happens when they run out of hope?
Yeah.
That's when you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, I definitely see. And Americans always hold on to hope faster than
You better hope they still hold on hope, because when they run out of hope, they're going to do something about it. And America has guns.
All hell's going to break loose.
All hell's going to break loose.
Because
they kind of reined it in under COVID a little bit, where remember the stories where 60 people walk into a store and just clean the shelves off and run out.
I know.
Oh yeah. The grocery store. Take all the toilet paper.
The grocery stores, the drug stores, whatever. It's walk in, 60 people walk in and walk out, right? Nothing you can do about that. Cops can't even do shit about that. Okay. What happens when it's replicated all over the nation?
Yeah.
You have a breakdown in civil order. Okay. A country this big cannot break down into civil disorder. Okay.
No,
it's a nightmare.
Yeah, especially with the firearms we got here, man.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you. I'm in Texas, and I know how it is.
They shouldn't have been bailing out Wall Street so much. Perhaps a lot of that bailout money could have been reinvested into the goddamn public works.
Coulda, woulda.
But they didn't go. They made
the shoulda, coulda, wouldas don't make
Too late for that now.
But yeah, but the thing is, basically, and I said this, man. I said this earlier, man. Earlier this year, I said, you know what? Whatever's going to go, pray to your God of understanding that we're going to make it through this, because this is going to be nasty. 2020 was bad. 2021 was not as bad, but 2022, man, what's going on with all these things ending all at one time and the moves that they're making. Like I said, you guys probably been seeing it in my community posts. I always say, buckle up, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Buckle up. And people saying, why are you saying buckle up? So you'll see.
Yep.
Buckle up. The road gets rocky from here.
Buckle up, knuckle up.
Say what?
$5 a gallon now.
Hey, Lindy, buckle up, knuckle up, and
I know that's a joke to you. This $8 there.
Say what?
Well,
One time. Albert first, Pookie second, and I think it's James trying to get in.
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Albert. Albert, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got something to say? Oh, you gonna let Pookie go? Okay. Go ahead, Pookie.
No, I was gonna say gas is. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Albert. It's on you. You there?
I was gonna say gas keep going up, and all the food keep going up. Good Lord.
Well, the thing is, when you watch gas, okay, when you watch gas, okay, don't watch unleaded. Watch diesel. Okay, diesel is supposed to be at least $1 or $2 less than regular unleaded.
Yeah, diesel's already been over $5 a gallon.
Diesel, the last time we saw a flip in diesel like this was when in 2007, 2008, when China was actually using the diesel to actually build their infrastructure for the Olympics, right? The economy almost shut down, right? And right after that, you had a housing crash in 2008. So, diesel has had a flip, man, and basic prices are going to go up, and they're not willing to take measures to kind of alleviate this stress. So we're actually going to see Biden. I always say Biden's a one-term president, and whatever his agenda is, no matter what it is, he's going to see it through. He doesn't really care about getting reelected or what you think. So whatever his agenda is, he's willing to go through with it no matter what, in my opinion. Okay, go ahead, Pookie.
Oh, and I was gonna say, well, I guess my question would be, what's gonna be the next major event to play out, and what's gonna be the next major, I guess, hurdle we need to look out for, and then what else can I do as a young guy? I don't know, besides investing in like coding knowledge and stuff like that, and trade schools. Like beyond that, what else can I do? And I already got business ideas, but I think
you're doing everything that you can do that you're supposed to do, man. You said all that's left is break out your holy water and pray that things turn in your favor.
Yeah.
Because it can still go bad. Like
there's nothing that you can do about it, right? All the cards that are left in the deck are all bad. Just which one they're gonna turn over? They're all bad. Okay.
Your deck just might be closer to the ground, so it might not have that much damage when it hits the ground.
That's true.
Well, everything's up in the air and everything's falling right now.
Yeah, you got food. Man, the worst thing that could happen is you have a food shortage. Okay, on top of this, man, can you imagine a worldwide global food shortage within this environment? Jesus Christ.
Ooh. Yeah,
that's a disaster.
In a country with record obesity rates, hunger pains.
Well, we get rid of all the fat chicks, won't we?
Nigga, please.
We'll get rid of the fat chicks. That's for sure. Go ahead, James.
Okay, somebody, hey BGS, could you get Art down there? He over there spamming for that link. He hungry for that link.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I didn't know anyone to come up.
Doughboy, looking out for you.
I thought Doughboy's gonna, talk his shit on the on his channel. But there's a link. Go ahead, James.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, in your opinion, like, one, what do brothers do moving forward, and two, what do you think happens to our sisters who just don't want to follow a court? I mean, from you,
they're for the streets, man.
Why y'all keep worrying about these chicks, man?
I'm not worried about the chick. I just like hearing BGS.
Did you ask the question?
The street.
Bro, you asked about it. You asked about it.
You like hear me go off on him. I mean, you know what, man, and this is not it's not a diss, man, because I feel sorry for him, right? But at the end of the day, man, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Again.
You reap what you sow. So basically, you thought, you relied on Zaddy to take care of you. What happens when he can't?
Which is what we're seeing.
Priorities get organized, man.
And Zaddy's gonna strip away resources from his own women. Okay.
Yeah.
One can't afford it, and put those bitches out in line. So he's gonna start. Roe v. Wade is just the opening salvo on their rights. Okay, their feminist rights. It's just the beginning. Yeah.
What demographic of women do you think is
doing with? Look what DeSantis is doing with fathers down in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if basically. To quote Margin Call, right, when he gave the speech, right? Okay, what he do? He said basically you have the morning business meeting. Tell them what the truth is. Okay, they're actually gonna know, right? And you throw them a bone and a big one. They're gonna have to throw them in a big bone for them to come back and take care of these broads and these kids. If they don't, their men are out. Men are gonna say, why should I worry about you? I got to worry about myself. Why should I sacrifice?
What was that about? What was that dude quote? He said, American sons will leave its shores to look for work or go elsewhere.
That was Al. What was his name? Al. It was Al, not Greaves. What was his name? He said that back in 2006. That American sons are going to leave his shores to find work. If I have the recording somewhere, I just have to find it. He said that. God, it's damn near 20 years ago. Can't believe it.
Yeah, but you're seeing a lot of guys online, online, starting those channels. Those channels are growing.
These
boys are ready to go.
I mean, I've been trying to give you guys the heads up, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been on.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that now what my think tank used to do, we actually used to say we're gonna get out in front of it, right? So by the time the headlines come out, you guys are already aware. You guys are already on game. Already said, okay, I remember him being made aware of that stuff. Okay, what are the remedies? Instead of being shocked. Like Roe v. Wade, we talked about Roe v. Wade 4 or 5 years ago, right? So most people here in my sector weren't shocked when Roe v. Wade was overturned. Like, okay, we kind of feel it, heard it was coming. They're not shocked. We're maybe surprised mildly with some guys, but the thing is, okay, it's no big deal. Like in my sector, Roe v. Wade's no big deal. People knew it was coming.
I think, like you said before, it's just the deterioration between event from event from event.
Yeah,
it's just happening quicker and quicker now. So.
Yeah, it's quicker and quicker and quicker. So basically, I mean, if you, me and Lindy, what's going on now is not a surprise. Kind of surprised about how they went about it, but if, in fact, they were going to have to do this sooner or later. Just the timing of it was probably not the best. Okay, because trying to time what they're doing right now on top of everything else is that it might be a recipe for a disaster. Okay, it might be a recipe for a disaster. But I kind of understand what they're trying to do.
Well, I think that's also too when I first came out, we were talking about that automation stuff.
Yeah.
And the how it affect the environment, and just how to see. I was telling you, like they were making some really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was here, but for some reason they really just weren't pushing it and funding it like they should have if they wanted to kind of.
Well, the thing is, you got.
What I'm saying is, before it took off, I don't think it was automation was expecting COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the environment just kind of started tearing up before automation actually could take hold. So
yeah. Well, COVID kind of threw a big rock and everything else, and it accelerated some things, it slowed down some things, so it's uneven. It's a nice supply chain. All the stuff that you need to actually for a smooth transition are probably gone. So it's gonna get rough.
I could talk about that.
So you think even like, because I got a full-time job right now, I'm on the way to get a promotion and get a raise. So and I'm back in the factory, Art. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, well, short it up, Pookie. What do you want to say? Short it up.
What I want to say. Okay, but there's nothing really else like guys my age, like seriously though, like that we can do. Like,
if you wake up and all hell is broken loose, right? And whole structure of what we think will depend on, there's not shit that you can do. Ain't nothing you can do.
I'll give you one idea that you possibly could do, and that's if they take you in. Your ass better run to the nearest military base and bake the potatoes.
Yeah, that's true. You can do that.
Or to get yourself enlisted in some kind of institution like that.
Yeah.
Protects you, feeds you, calls you, and gives you.
That's true. That is true. That's good advice. Yeah.
I agree.
Well, damn, I got a whole bunch of family in the military. You could have told me that, BGS. That's better than sit. I mean, I'm thinking the other option you gave me was to basically sit on my hands and wait for the water to hit me, pretty much.
No, ain't nobody said that.
No, military comes with its own risk. Okay?
Yeah, it comes with its own risk.
I know if you ain't an action. I mean, you got a little Action Jackson mentality. You be all right.
I don't care.
Yeah, because if you're in the military and all hell breaks loose, guess who's on the front line?
Exactly. You ain't got the Action Jackson.
Sergeant Pookie's on action.
Yeah. We're gonna call you too, Sergeant Pookie. Go ahead, Art. What's up?
Yeah, like the supply chains are still fucked up. They're still
fucked up is not even the word for it now,
brother. That's not even the word.
I work with this. I work in a bread company, and I'm telling you guys, like this is the worst summer I've ever seen in my freaking life. I've been in my job for like 12 years. The stuff that we have to get in to get to the stores, to the grocery stores, everything's fucked up. I have not seen 8-pack hamburgers for them almost 2 months.
God
damn. Wow. Okay.
Have you guys seen chicken wings? I haven't seen chicken wings either. It's a couple months.
I'm talking about my job.
They were talking about his job. With chicken wings, remember when they had the bird flu, Pookie?
Oh yeah.
1 + 1 = 2, does it not, Pookie?
Yeah, they sure do.
Why are you surprised?
Hey, you know what's crazy though, BGS?
Pookie, stop dominating the conversation, all right?
You remember when Wingstop was called Thigh Stop?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Art.
Nah, what I'm saying is, it's like what these guys are saying is true. Like the whole supply chain's fucked up. Like, and even in my job, there's rumors about a loaf of bread is going to cost about $5.
God damn.
Oh, we talked about that 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, but the only saving grace is that I was listening to a couple of the agnostics, right, that are pro-Russian, right, that were saying is that Russia may have a bumper crop wheat harvest, right, in certain sections. So you may get some kind of reprise from that. So it won't be a total disaster. So we have to see how accurate that actually is.
See, it's not even that. It's the ink.
$5 that. Oh boy, that's gonna.
Yeah, that suck.
That's minimum. Yeah. Go ahead, Art.
But yeah, you're talking about the ink for the packaging, because we had to like put a certain type of bread in different types of packaging in clear bags and stuff, and some clear bags we can't even get. They have markers on them.
Oh yeah, because of the oil. Yeah.
So everything about my job is like completely fucked up. The guys have been cutting back for the past month and a half, and they still got to cut because they have a whole lot of extra shit on their dock, and people are not buying like that.
Really? They're not buying or what?
They're not buying. Like I was talking to the guy today, and he said he had cut his order back in half, and he still has to cut.
Oh, really? Because the prices are gone up to where people can't afford it, or what's going on?
They're just not. I'm guessing so, because they're not buying.
Okay, so so basically, consumers are cutting back.
Because consumers are cutting back.
Yeah, that happens.
Art, I got a question for you. In your field, right? So, and this may also pertain to you, BGS. With this current supply chain all being all fucking destroyed, right? How does this actually proliferate with the I was watching Vice, like the food deserts that are going on in America? Like, does this really start to amplify?
Kemosabe, you gonna die.
Yeah, you better go. You better take a road trip to down the street.
So we talked about this when we were talking about automation about 2-3 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it still stands that they are trying to make emerald cities. So your best bet is to try to get into an emerald city or a location if your ass know how to farm.
If you can afford it, yeah.
If you can afford it, you better get inside of an emerald city while you can. Over here in Austin, these people leaving, man. People can't afford it, and the people that can are coming in and they're paying well over the housing price asking price for a house.
Yep.
They don't care. Like I was at Office Depot getting something printed out.
Mm-hmm.
Met this other guy online. So him and I were just talking. This dude said that his buyer just wants to buy a high rise or some building in Austin. I said, "Oh, dang, that's what's up there." I said, "Just what part of it?" He goes, "No, the whole building." He wants to buy something there. And I was like, "God damn!" I said, "How much is the building he's asking for?" He said, maybe 20-30 million. And I was like, and then he goes, "It's a piece of shit building."
Wow.
But he said he's just gonna tear it down and put something up there, just so he can have some real estate here. I mean, these people are just dropping money everywhere, man. It's crazy how polarizing everything is right now.
Yeah, they're barely. Cali's running out of water, and people.
Cali definitely is running out of water. So
they're running out of water, so people are bailing. Yeah.
Oh, well, you mean folks jumping ship from California, BJ?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. High prices, taxes. They never worry about tax, but high cost of living, high housing prices, and it's only going to get worse.
Damn, BJ, I was thinking about moving to Cali, man. I might
don't move to Cali, man. Okay.
But you need to go to Midwest.
Remember that story? Remember that story? They found these old gangsters, bodies of old gangsters that were in Lake Mead because Lake Mead dried up.
Wow.
Lake Mead was already halfway dry, man. Now it's dried up. Okay, that's what. And the Colorado River, not even pumping water from it anymore.
Yeah, Colorado didn't stop pumping water. Yep.
Drying up. Okay, so that means water rates are actually going to go up in Cali. And if water rates go up, food rates are actually going to go up. So it's gonna get expensive for a minute. So
until the majority of these people move out, and then it'll slow it back down.
They're not gonna move back out.
They just
can't move back out if you ain't got no money.
They don't move out like that, man. People don't move out like that.
I got
it takes 20 years.
I'll email you. I got offered something out there, so I'll email you. So.
Okay. Oh, if you get offered enough, man, then it's fine. If you got money, it's fine. Okay, but the thing is, got to know the risk.
Okay, how much do you actually need? Like, single man in California, no kids.
Okay, I would say for one bed now is it's probably going to be like 1,500.
So salary rise. So if you 180
salary wise, at least 80.
Okay, so if you obviously make above that, like 2, and some change, you should be all right.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. You have me getting. I'm like, man, I've been hearing these horror stories, man.
Oh, you'll be fine. Yeah, if you're a working class guy.
No, he's just saying just live like you live, like you live at the means. You know what I mean?
If you're a working class person, man, yeah, it's yeah. Had a whole bunch of people just say, fuck it, I'm out. Can't do this no more.
All my major expenses go into my detailing business, and I'm buying my shirts from Walmart.
So BGS, a lot of people got put in the guillotine in Cali and
hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it is what it is, man. Cali has the biggest homeless population in the United States for a reason.
Wow.
And Los Angeles County has the biggest homeless population of any urban area for a reason. It's that bad. You have people that have jobs that are homeless. So that's how bad it is. So tread lightly. Anyway, y'all, closing thoughts. I'll probably be on later with Art.
Yeah, I'll start it up in like 30 minutes because I gotta
buckle
go
up.
finish my ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, buckle up is not the, and buckle up is it's not just a catchphrase, man. I bet people say, why are you talking about saying buckle up? I said, you'll see. I said, it's gonna get rough. As soon as the Fed say we're gonna raise interest rates, it means the dollar's in trouble. Got to defend the dollar. So they're willing to do what's necessary to keep this economy alive, or whatever, or functioning the way they think should function. So,
or whatever.
So is that track even? What would you say on like a percentage scale, like in terms of like a percentage all the way up to 100%, like the track to get us back to, well, I don't even know, like to just get us decent. How about that?
We don't know, man. Like I said, after the Nixon took us off the gold standard, man, it took us 13 years of austerity measures to get back right. And the only reason you did that was Ronald Reagan borrowed $4 trillion from the Social Security Fund to get you at lower interest rates and get you back on track.
God damn.
That's the reason that he actually, that's the only way he could actually crack inflation. We had 18% interest rates.
Yeah, Paul Volcker.
Well, yeah, Volcker. He said you can't undo it because the dollar ain't worth shit, right? Okay, so you got to do something. So he borrowed $4 trillion from the Social Security Fund to actually bolster the dollar, and that's what did it.
Wow,
that's what did it.
And now
you ain't. Thing is, you ain't got no money to borrow from this time. No place to borrow from. You're tapped. So there's no way out of this one. So hopefully it'll self-correct and it won't be as bad. But you know what I'm saying is that there is no remedy on the horizon. Not right now. Not that I can see. If I find it, I'll let you know.
So the black card is maxed out.
Man, we down to EBT. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is, man. They're saying don't even try the EBT, homie.
Oh, shit.
They cutting the cards. Yeah, they blowing that shit back.
No, don't even try that fucking EBT. Okay, that's how bad we are.
I got one more last question for you, Big.
Go ahead, real quick.
If you were in a financial situation to purchase a home with the high rates and obviously with the low interest, would you still take on that risk in this current environment?
Do I need the home?
Okay.
Do I need it? If I need it, if you need it, you need it. Okay. If you don't need it, if it's an investment, probably not. You know, you hopefully it'll correct and these prices will go down. But there was a key sign when Wall Street started taking homes and properties off the off the market. Why would Wall Street buy 1 in 7 homes, knowing that you're gonna have a shortage?
I don't know if I'll send it to you, BJS. Goldman Sachs just bought a whole community in Florida for 45 million.
I know. Why do you think they're doing that? They're not doing it just to do it, not just to make money. They need to take supply off the market so the prices will stay up.
And they also need hard assets.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're holding the paper. So if the assets go down, what happens to their bottom line?
Goes down as well.
Yeah, so Louis Rossman is probably well, if you go back and look through his stuff when he actually does this real estate stuff, right? Talk about empty storefronts, right? In New York, right? They're empty. They've been empty for like 3 years, but they won't drop the price.
Yeah, Reggie. Yep, I was. Yep.
Yeah. So in other words, basically, we can't have these assets on our books and actually go down because it's going to affect our bottom line. So them
Well,
buying houses doesn't surprise me.
so, and let's say this: if it does go down, it won't be as significant on their portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
I mean, basically these banks are so close to the line, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, because
Damn.
after the housing crash, those things have never got settled. They never got settled. Okay, so they're still there. So anytime you start going to the red, basically you're gonna have the Fed and the Bank of International Settlement up your ass looking into your books. So
you mean
and
all that money they've received, they still are still
you can't pay it off, man. You can't pay that shit off.
God,
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it on Patreon, man. We can't talk about it here. We'll just talk around it.
PGS of your Patreon?
Okay.
Huh?
And
what?
you dropped the Patreon link in your.
My Patreon should be in the description, if I'm not mistaken.
It's in the description. Yeah, it's in the description. Just open it
my
up.
Patreon's in the description.
Oh, I'm hopping on that ASAP.
Yeah. So if I got brain cells tomorrow afternoon, I'll do a Patreon. Okay, because you can't talk about this stuff in open air, man.
Nah, I got you.
Even my reparations idea, I can't even came up with. I can't talk about. Okay.
No. On a light note, BGS, I got 500 business cards I just made. Any ideas on like besides like events downtown and like parks on like where I should like hand them out for my.
You basically you got the right idea, man. Basically, in this kind of environment, it favors hustlers. Okay, if you got hustle in you, and where people are still kind of lax, okay, you got an advantage because you're flexible.
Are you a mobile card dealing where people have to, you come to people?
I come to, you see the low, y'all. Come on.
You go go down, go because you're in the state capitol, man. Go down to the state capitol, man, and hand out your cards.
Yeah.
To the white people.
To the mall and then put cards on the cars.
One guy I talked to, what he used to do, man, he used to set up on a corner, right where people the busy street, and basically have his little shit right there, and people needed to touch up, like the car vacuumed out or something like that. He used to make $400 a day. $5-10 it's come in and kind of vacuum out and detail the car real quick, like 5 minutes, and they keep going. That's how he made his money. So basically, go down to Capitol, the state capitol, Capitol Hill, and actually start handing out your cards. Those are the people you actually want to get business from.
Oh yeah, because that wouldn't be nothing. That wouldn't be nothing to do that one day just right after work. That wouldn't be nothing.
Yeah.
BGS.
Those are the people. Yes, sir.
Car dealerships. With these high rates, you think they're gonna go bankrupt? Because
the problem with the car dealerships is not so much the high rates. The problem with the car dealerships is they don't have enough cars because the parts, the chips that go into the cars are not available. They can't make enough cars. So if you're a car dealership, the best used car dealerships are probably the best business right now because they don't have enough cars. There aren't enough new cars. So the supply of cars is dwindled because supply chain issues. So
I'm asking.
They got tons of cars. They got tons of cars stored someplace that are missing parts. They just can't get them.
So let me ask you.
Go ahead, real quick, because we're running out of time. Go ahead.
Yeah, to piggyback. So again, like you mentioned, like with the economy wise, if we get to these crazy rates, right, where the consumer's pulling back, does that have a huge effect? Also, because obviously you don't have extra funds, right, to even just partake.
It's a bad feedback loop, right? Okay. Supply chain issues, prices go up, people can't afford it, so they stop. Like Art was saying, they stop buying, right? So the stock goes wasted. Guess what? The people are not going to do the next time? Order more, right? So there's less supply out there. So it's a bad feedback loop until it gets corrected.
Man, I'm gonna have to give me a bunker.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see.
I got a question for you. You let me know if we can talk about it.
Last question, right? Last question. What is it?
So, do you think China is going to go after Taiwan?
No.
The reason I'm asking that is because of these this big ass chip manufacturer plant they build over in my city, and another one I think.
No, they're going to build chip manufacturers because Biden and the crew wants to bring strategic manufacturing back into the United States. So
I agree. Yeah,
they've been planning that. That's how come he got IBM, AMD, and Intel all on the same page in the office. You're going to do this. Even Microsoft, right? Why do you think you have Microsoft 11, Windows 11? Because of new chips. So basically,
no, what I'm saying, do you think China will go after Taiwan?
No,
No?
It's bad for business unless the United States does something stupid, and they have to. If it stays status quo, it's bad for business to go after Taiwan. Really, there's no reason to go after Taiwan. Why would they? As long as you don't do something dumb, like put missiles on Taiwan pointed at them, then you have a problem. Other than that, no. If they go after Taiwan, you're gonna know it real quick. Okay, but as of right now, they don't have a reason to, unless the United States provokes them to go after Taiwan.
Gotcha.
Because according to China, China already has them as far as wealth, right? Because Taiwan cannot do business by itself. They need mainland China. Okay, if China's taking over the whole global economy, guess who comes along with it?
Gotcha.
Taiwan. There ain't no reason to invade them. You already got them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, closing thoughts real quick, folks. I was supposed to do 2, and we've done damn near 3.
You should know better, BGS.
No, I'm getting ready to hit this button. That's why I'm saying closing thoughts, because this will go on for another 4 or 5 hours. But
well, I got my last. Let me go and say mine. Hey, no, you cannot take a summer vacation. No, you cannot take a weekend off. No, you cannot take an evening off. You know what happened the last time you decided to take a break. Bye-bye. I'm playing with you. I can't take that no more. Just saying. All right.
Now I feel like we're reading Cat in the Hat. Not in the house.
You need to go ahead and balance your life out a little bit, but you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, restructure some shit, BGS. We know y'all ass over there sitting in the cushy chair.
In fact, I am sitting in the cushy chair. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, me too.
I got to put my new chair together.
So what you waiting on?
No, I'm just put it in the house. I just got to put it together.
Oh, just got it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Closing thoughts, folks.
I mean, I'll close out. BGS, I love you, brother. Thank you as always, man. I'm signing up on that Patreon, and you know,
we gonna have that discussion about the Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah, brother, I will not miss it.
We had a discussion. You said, where you getting your information from? So, all right, okay, you one of them.
Yes, BGS. God damn it! All right, BGS, man, you have
closing
BGS.
Closing thought.
That's the last. It was just on that message I sent you on Patreon, man. You got to pull out those old astrology, those books. You said you would pull them out your attic. Those astrology charts. Because that Coinstar, man, that Coinstar, the CoStar, whatever that shit is, man, that shit is wrong, man. That shit is wrong.
The Coinstar, what are you talking about?
Those astrology apps.
Oh,
on phone, those are wrong as fuck. They're backwards.
Okay, well, they're there to entertain. Not to,
yeah.
But, anybody else? Closing thoughts?
Yeah.
Cut on my channel in about 20 minutes, and I'll start.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Master Educator. Everything you do, number one in my book. Peace out.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat something and take a nap, and I'll see y'all later.
Oh, you're gonna be out for the whole night.
No. Well, I've been streaming, like a motherfucker over this week.
Yeah.
3-4 hours. Okay. I did 3 hours, 4 hours with Dr. Thunder, turned around and did 4 with Green Gorilla. And so it's been and then been going back and forth with Sergeant Willie Pete. So it's been different.
They're too old for this shit.
Yeah, that's what I say. I feel like what is it? Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm too old for this shit. All right, y'all.
All right, take it easy, sir.
Thanks for having me up, BGS.
Oh, yeah, anytime, Linda. You're my ace. Somebody called me. Somebody said BGS part of the Black Manosphere deep state. I said, what the fuck is that? I said, what the fuck is a Black Manosphere deep state?
A deep state. These niggas be making code names and shit. The white people be like, Oh, Cold Eagle, Black Alpha. Like, nigga, what? Like, fuck?
It's just part of the black manosphere deep state. So, all right.
Put military names on this shit.
Yeah. If I was part of the deep state being on here, I would probably not be around. So
right.
Well, shit, if you the deep state, Lindy got to be the architect.
remember, was it what is it? Hunt for Red October, when what's his name? James Earl Jones showed him his badge and blew up. It actually detonated that missile. Detonated that torpedo. He said the missile struck the boat, and it destroyed the boat, and I was never here. That's Lindy. I was never. Show him the card. I was never.
No.
This is what happened. This is the story, and I'm not. I was never here.
Lindy. Every time I'm sweaty, this is what I think of you, Lindy. Every time I watch that movie, that law-abiding citizen. I swear to God. When they needed somebody killed in another country. This was these guys.
I can hear it now. Someone tells Lindy,
I turned that shit down.
Someone tells Lindy,
you took it down, Lindy?
I turned that shit down, man.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, yeah, you were tired,
Yeah.
No, that's what I think of Lindy. Lindy's just like, yeah.
Lindy. It's just Lindy, and it was not your Nikon. Your what do you got?
Oh, my beloved Fujifilm. My X.
You got your Fuji. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the tattooed monkey. He swears by Fuji.
Oh, man, Fuji's the best thing going, man. People don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He swears by Fuji. I got to go back and watch this channel. I haven't watched it in quite a while.
I've kind of given him, other than his metaphysical stuff, he's been on this. He's been opining about what's going on, contemporaneously, and some.
Oh, really?
And some of it, he's kind of on point, and other things, he's not.
Let me ask you this, Lindy. You can answer it or not answer it, right? It's up to you.
Okay.
Do you think he's a former spook that kind of went nuts? Because he got a lot of talent for a lot of different places.
Possibly.
Shit don't add up. Yeah, shit don't add up.
Possibly. I think he alludes to that. I think he may have been like a contractor or something like that.
Okay.
So he was probably doing specific things,
Yeah.
And he probably. I think him and I have a lot in common, where there's certain things that we just won't do.
Okay.
But we're aware of them.
Yeah.
Because
the dude speaks to 3 or 4 different languages, and Russian is one of them.
Yeah.
So those kind of guys just don't float around unattached.
Yeah, and he knows way too much inside baseball as far as where metaphysics and physics,
Yeah, and
he's coincide.
And he's a weapons expert. On top of that, there's too many different little things that don't add up.
Yeah, that's why he's where he's at. Man.
Yeah,
I've talked to him a couple of times.
Oh, damn you!
He's a good. He follows me on other social media stuff.
Okay.
And he's a good dude.
Okay. It just struck me. He's just like, he's like, it seems like like I said, a duck out of water. Just you don't fit.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a definite outsider.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but anyway, I just, you're the person that actually asked that question. Said, there's something to it. Maybe I'm off.
No.
It's just, okay.
No.
All right. That's all I'll say. Okay.
Yeah. He dropped a video about well, you can look. I think he dropped a video maybe in the last couple of weeks where he was talking about certain propulsion technologies.
Okay.
In the science and the metaphysical aspects behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff. This is like what Pookie was asking earlier about climate change. There's a lot of shit they ain't letting you know, guys. Because it ain't just the Earth that's warming up. It's the whole entire solar system. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's the other thing they don't talk about. They don't talk about the expanding the sun, of course.
The models themselves that they use are there to fit a certain agenda. Read between the lines.
Yep.
I would talk about it in a little more in depth tomorrow if BGS is so inclined to do so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And in other words, go back and look at the movie. Don't Look Up. There's a reason they put that out there.
Oh, that was a good movie too.
Yeah. Basically, they're telling you what's going on that's in plain sight. Okay. It's not just about not about just about a comet. Okay.
Yeah. Comments. It's kind of funny too. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get the hell off here because one of the things that they divulge in the movie is that remember they want to mine the comet.
Mm-hmm.
Remember growing up in science classes, what they always told you the comets were just dirty snowballs flying around in space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of these crackers, man, and their bullshit science, man. Lying to people.
Lying to people, yeah. Instead of doing the work and just
instead of doing the work and actually, teaching people real science.
Yeah.
Sounds like the space. I ain't say that.
They want power rather than at the expense of people advancing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, their idea of equality is they all get in first and y'all come in last. And that's like the world, universe, or whatever deity, what you believe in, don't want that way. It's got to go back to where it was, man.
But they're not giving us accurate information on the. They're not giving us accurate information on the comet. So
round, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not about. It's a metaphor for information. Period. That's what we're saying.
Oh, true. Okay.
It's not. The comet is just a. It's just a.
Allegory. Okay.
An allegory for everything else. Yeah, but the whole model, how they disseminate information, that's the real key.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Right. Good night, guys.
All right. Thanks, Lindy. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
All right. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.